What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear, and this is Baldur's Gate, episode 51.
Yeah.
I just realized something as I looked to the screen again for the first time, really, and I'm pretty sure Radio's gonna rob my house later.
I've already robbed your house, bro. That's why I'm here.
My house or my heart?
Worth taking?
Cold!
Are you saying he's poor or just has bad taste?
Well, I mean, if you've seen the dogs playing cards in his living room, the taste is chef's kiss.
I gotta know which one you're inferring there.
Hey, as long as you bring the cats, I'm okay with it. But Becca, you're never invited over.
That's fair. I speak without thinking, so I get that.
Mud, you can come over whenever, though.
Play a hater's ball! Hate, 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 hate. Let the hate flow through you.
Okay, I'm used to it at this point, guys. I'm a role on this team, and it's fine.
Even I picked on him in the tweet.
Hey, listen,
God.
We didn't give you that role. You solidified it with the dice.
Some things,
You know what I mean?
nature provides, and others it takes away.
You know, one of these days you are going to roll the most nat 20s in an episode, and we will all pretend
That might have been
never
last
happened.
night.
You miss him. He does it on Eberron. But the funny thing is, he knocks him out, and then there's the inevitable. He will roll. He'll do 3 of them, and then the one right at the most important moment. And
It's like fate is like, you know, this guy deserves a break, and then it gives me a break, and then it's like, just kidding, and then it just takes it away. Except for this campaign, then it's just like, get wrecked.
You're just playing it safe. You gotta take bigger risks. You only get the 20s when you take the big
Maybe
risks.
No,
flip
look,
it
I
this
took
way.
big risk, and it was a sphere of annihilation, and that blew up in my face.
I would flip
Literally.
it this
Go
way.
big
You were
enough.
the only one strong enough to bear the weight of that many nat 1s. The rest of us would crumble, and you turn
Becca,
it
what
into
did I
a
do to
great
you?
story.
What
Resolve of
happened?
your soul
Every
is
time.
fantastic.
you are
turn
resilient.
it into a good story.
Does anybody know what I did to make Becca hate me? I don't know what's
I
happening.
just complimented you.
Don't worry.
Did you not hear that?
It's
No,
the,
I didn't. I was.
the nat
Yeah, I know.
ones
You're-
cloud.
You're the only one who can take nat 1s and turn them into great stories.
Oh,
Like,
well.
they may be nat 1s, but they are nat 20s in terms of storytelling.
Becca, let me tell you something, okay? It's just a little secret between me, you, and everybody. I've had a lot of practice. So,
You know, maybe you didn't do so well on the ACT or the SAT, but you know what? That ASFAB, you killed it. We got recruiters calling you up left and right. We really like your logistical skills.
yeah.
Adam's like when his whole Nat 1 experience is like in Team America, where Gary pukes and then gets back up and then pukes again, and
Funny you mentioned that.
with the timpani playing. Dun, 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 dun.
It really all comes full circle,
It
doesn't
really
it?
We had
just
the
really
exact
does.
moment in Eberron where he threw up brutally, and I said that I imagined his character as the puppet from Team America on a nat 1.
Yep.
Trying to drink some ayahuasca, man. That'll happen.
Listen, Gary.
But hey, you know, at least I don't have to play in this campaign and watch someone else be the polar opposite of me and hate it.
Oh,
And just
well,
be
I'm
like,
gonna put money on
yes,
it now. You've been talking about
another
it enough.
one.
I think this is you're gonna get some nat 20s this session.
oh man.
My goal in every game that I play is to not roll that much. But unfortunately, RoBear's like, oh, okay, make a wisdom save, then make a con save, then make a dex save, and then roll to hit 3 times. There's the one, bitch.
That is true. He's stacking.
I'm like, man, every time I click roll and it's just another one, I'm like, man, we're just, fate is just she is a fickle mother. It's just like,
Here
it's gonna
I
happen.
am thinking, you know, I'm incorporating all these great dice rolls. At the end of the day, it's just the ledger. The odds are gonna get me.
Yeah, literally, I'm like, oh man, he's making me do another one. Oh, let's see how well. Let's just see a wisdom saving throw. Let's see how that goes. Okay, all right, it's a 15, but
That's good.
Yeah.
You know that our jokes aren't funny.
That's true.
Beautiful.
Anyway, hey guys, it's Wednesday.
Truly. Who's got some big announcements they'd like to let the audience know about this week?
Sunday D20 deathmatch again, 9 p.m. Eastern over on twitch.tv/D20 deathmatch. We have a couple of familiar faces this week. We've got Sam from Meteorian Core duking it out against Technique. So that'll be an interesting matchup on Sunday. So 9 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern, not Central, Eastern. And then if you want to catch up, go over to youtube.com/D20 deathmatch and drop a freaking sub. Let's go.
Love it. I'm interested to see what new characters that they roll up for your show.
Me too.
Me 3.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully real soon.
Well, about those assets we gotta make.
Hey, please give these guys some love, because running a one shot every week is not easy, and that is the greatest letter of love. I remember doing it. It's not the greatest experience sometimes, constantly rinsing and resetting. So please, at the very least, give them some love and give that old thumbs up on YouTube and the sub button. Let them get to the next level of monetization, please. Not easy.
Yeah. It's pretty great. Production's great. Story's great. Commercials are even better. I just want to be a dice daddy. So
We should get you to record one.
hey, let me know and I'm there. All right.
Deal.
I'll do it.
Oh, and the merch. Saul Feisty got his shirt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's stoked. Yeah.
Kickstarter rewards are out. Yes.
Some of them.
Yeah, I gotta remember. I don't remember. I know I backed it, but I don't remember what I did. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, we got some other things still to get out, but the shirts have gone out for the Kickstarter. Unfortunately, we were going to release them in the merch store, but unfortunately, as of tomorrow, our merch store no longer exists.
Yeah.
And we're going to be transitioning somewhere else, so there will be shirts coming as soon as we figure out where the next place is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
More info soon, TM.
Yeah.
You know, chat, why we don't have shirts over here? This has been a 2-year process. I can tell you this much. I'm never fucking trusting anyone to take care of my merch ever again. Because even as much as I suck, I still could have got envelopes packed in between the time that it's taken here. So I don't care anymore. I'm going to go and take my happy ass and I'm going to drive right over to Nashville to one of the 1,000 print shops they have that take care of the thousands of bands that run through there, and I'll buy a fucking truckload of them, and I'm just going to fucking come back. And that's how it's going to be. And that's the amount of shirts that we get, because I'm done with this shit. I have hit my fucking capacity to give fucks on merch.
I think my new plan is just, I'm just going to go to Walmart, get a couple of Hanes and some iron-ons, and we'll do it that way.
Would have been better than some of the shit that I got back on on my trials.
I'm going to get a Sharpie, and you all are going to have to deal with me drawing them on shirts.
Becky, you could have a line extensively from the abominations to the incredible creations that you've made.
I like the abominations more.
Some of those abominations are other folks' divine creations.
Yes, thank you.
Who knows how many different patrons you could have just by releasing them with the dragon turkey alone.
Or some more business cards.
Monstrosity.
Make some more business cards, you know?
For real.
With the dragon turkey.
Sawyer.
So good. Anybody else with announcements? Over here on the channel, we're going to be playing D&D again tomorrow night. And radio, you're going to hear it here first. We are going to delay Witchlight one more time because Tim can't make it and he's going to be on an airplane. And just to let everybody know, since now it's, for Witchlight has been delayed so many times, what our plan is with Witchlight. We are going to wrap up this first bog arc. And we're going to do this epic combat with Barvlona. But we will be transitioning to the next module, and we will be playing Netherdeep, the Critical Role module that comes out on, I believe it's March 15th. So we're going to hop to the brand new module and take advantage of all that SEO that comes off of YouTube for people discovering us in the new module. One of the business things, we just have to do it. But I'm not going to forget about Witchlight. It'll be something hopefully that we get to revisit back and get to, so we can get to the other arc. So it officially goes into the archival with Game of Saving Throws, where it is held in stasis. Yeah, so we're gonna get to that, but I was like, you know what? If we're only doing one last episode, then let's get Tim there instead of his character being narcoleptic, even though he's done that most of the campaign.
It's fit really well. And also, this was the first time I've heard about it too, radio, so you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Well, just remember, we always have our Witchlight 120s.
Sorry,
I need some smokes and a pancake.
I'm sad because there's some of my favorite characters you guys have ever done. I think it's Tim's best character he's ever done. And that's why I want neurotic Brucey to be there. But that's the game plan. So D and double features are not done. We'll be coming back and we'll be playing that module from on. I am excited about new characters though. I've been itching for like rolling a new person for like 2 weeks now, and I thought it was going to be through Viking D&D, but we kind of got a little bit of crazy schedules on the weekends at the moment. So there's no planned D&D this weekend. I'm going to Indianapolis. I'm going to go visit one of my old bartenders, and we're going to have a good time. Expect for some fun reels on Friday night. I'm going to share with the greater audience the first festy family fish fry in 2 years. So we are getting together with the good weather that is going on back here in Missouri, and we're going to have a big old fish fry. So I'm going to show you just how country bumpkin it is back here. Me and my brother have already started a small batch of blackberry hooch.
Nice.
Big fan. Only, what's different in the modern age now, we can't do good old country pass arounds anymore. Now we got to make sure and have all the individual solo cups for everything so that no one gets each other sick.
Wait, you're not going to Boone's Farm harvest?
There's still the pass arounds, 100%, but I'm not passing that bottle around. I told him, we're retiring this. This is, you cannot do this in the new world. Ooh. That just shows you how strong our immune systems were before. Wrong button.
Gonna spew in this.
Yeah, so there's gonna be some entertaining. I'm so excited to fry fish with my family. It has been way too long. It'll be a good time, and you'll get to enjoy the Instagram reels. There'll be plenty of very bad sing along karaoke. All right. Voodoo Ranger, appreciate you sponsoring the entire year, keeping this wheel greased, keeping the RP fueled over on the channel. Thank you all out in the community that have been linking as your search for the 12-ounce cans of Juice Force have begun. I'm officially Juice Forceless once again. Sad times. But you may have it in 12-ounce cans in your market. You may have 19.2s. Either way, a delicious way to drink it. Seek it out. It's my new favorite. I'm going to cry horrible tears when it's taken away from me. And I hope it becomes a year long because they need a double. They need it right next to Juicy.
Yeah.
So I like
this year long, like forever.
Buzz is incredible. But yes. Live dangerously, but drink responsibly. It's a heavy hitter. We love it. And to our lovely patrons, Shabby, Shy Flames, West Wolf, and the OG for namesake, thank you for sponsoring our content. I appreciate the hell out of you. And to all of our new $25 patrons, you are the ones that are keeping this show flowing. I made a post earlier that referenced what we do here is really an online independent improv theater. And trust me, the books look the same. So I appreciate each and every one of you for making this show run and continue to be able to tell stories. We could not do it without any of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are one of the $25 patrons or above, I've posted a poll. You guys get to vote on the first lore drop for this week. Currently, Baldur's Gate is in front. So if you're looking for Eberron or Meteorian Core, you need to go and vote now. I'll be closing that poll at the beginning of tomorrow. And that will determine the next one that goes out to further define which little piece of lore drop that you guys want. If you're interested in getting those extra pieces and voting on these polls, check out our patreon.com/CaptainRoBear and sign up for one of the $25 tiers or above, and you can join the rest of the cool kids. Expect more of that interaction to come. I know we haven't done a lot inside the actual Patreon platform, but there's going to be much more, and I will always continue to link you guys over in the Discord so you know when stuff is going on over there to interact with. Now, it's time to pick up where we left off last week. Coming fresh out the Fae, checking out Upper City and all it has to offer. You guys got to have a small detour at the Grateful Bread. Meet an old character and friend in Malthus, Novak, his assistant. Get a good meal in and well-deserved R&R time. Visiting a strange magic shop called Oriel's Spell. Aelun and Ash are procuring some interesting magic items. More importantly, Aelun coming into contact with another werewolf / shifter. In the process of duping them in, you have any idea of what their cult is or where they come from, Aelun has successfully Mr. Beaned his way through this interaction and has arranged a meeting at dusk. Go and visit these werewolves out inside their own homeland in the Forest of Sharp Teeth. However, upon leaving that institution, you have been marked, leading back to a disgruntled Asher that has procured his own room for the evening to settle down with his studies and has come across a very strange locket, which reveals pieces that are once again familiar, that's strange. Untrusting, you've decided to slip back into the dream realm. All the while, werewolves and shifters await sitting outside, currently focused on Aelun, passed out, blood drifting from the rafters from his own homemade prison tattoo. Asher, we're going to start with you in the dream realm.
Damn it.
Please roll me a spell attack with advantage.
And then a con save, and then a wisdom check.
First one is at 20. Second one is at 24.
24. Finally able to concentrate away from the distractions of the outside, someplace you feel comfortable, safe. in the confines of the Elf Song Tavern. First thing, as you begin to drift, you hear the song of which you've heard many of times. Almost like a bridge between dreaming and being awake. That odd in-between period of which you don't know whether you are or aren't. You hear the song louder than ever coming from outside your door.
Asher kind of like rubs his eyes, hears it, and he just sits there for a second and just like listens as he enjoys and feels this connection with this entity that has been at this tavern for so long and showed him kindness. But with Asher, everything is always of a curious mind, so he gets up. And at first he goes to the door and he kind of just rests his ear against it. Sure, he's kind of hearing this correctly, hearing it louder, and then eventually will like crack the door and like peer out.
First, while you've taken some time to just sit there and listen, I want you to roll a history check.
21.
As you sat there and listened, a little taken back from the last time that you've seen the visage of the woman, and that flash of red eyes has made you a little bit apprehensive. The song does sound the same, does not sound different, doesn't sound tampered with. Sounds like the first time that you walked into the tavern.
And I think that gives him kind of the confidence to go and see if he can see her, or at least just, I guess, listen a bit.
Okay, so you're going to listen some more at the door, or you're going to go ahead and creep out?
He would pause for a moment and just kind of like rest, listening, and then he would open the door and he would creep out.
Perception check.
$15.
15. Song remains the same. It seems as if it's traveling and going further out. Slowly getting quieter the longer that you listen.
I think I'd try to pinpoint where I hear it and would probably pick up the pace a bit and try to follow. I'd probably stop at the top of the stairs and just peek down and see like if there's anyone moving about or anything. If it seems like it's coming from downstairs somewhere.
Go ahead and roll another perception check.
10.
As you walk closer, the sound has gotten louder. This time, you can hear the faint sound of the tavern being active. Tables and chairs moving, light voices and whispers, the clank of dinnerware, the class of ale mugs. As you look down, you see Elf Song in a bit of stasis, a different time. Ghostly visages of a full tavern. But not as you've seen the lady before. Not in a black and white, very apparition look. This is more as if you're actually there. They're slightly translucent. You have a bit of bloom as you look out. The lights are so much brighter. It's as if you haven't wiped the sleep out of your eyes and have opened them up for the first time early in the morning. And you can see the lady is there and she is serving and walking amongst the patrons. It is not a situation that you've seen before. No one seems to notice you looking up over at the balcony as you stare back at a scene which you imagine predates you some substantial amount of time. Roll another perception check as you look down at the dining. Nat 20.
I knew it would happen.
Oh, you jinxed it. Thanks. Thanks. Mud, roll like 3 times, please. Save me.
There's nothing I could do.
There's one adventure that you see in particular that catches your eye, that seems familiar. A purplish kind of war paint that goes over a shaved head. Weapons drawn over their back. And in particular, a very large hamster by their side. Currently with its own turkey bone laid across and giving that thing hell. It seems like laughter and boisterous conversation that comes from below. With that nat 20, you recognize Minsk and Boo. Heroes of Baldur's Gate past. You've only seen in tomes and in the statue in Baldur's Gate dedicated to them. You can see the ferocity of Boo attacking that turkey leg and enjoying the spoils. It's always well read that this hamster is fearless. As fearless as any other warrior inside Minsk's party. And then you realize the blurring of the lines. The lady even predates Minsk and Boo's time. You're at the confluence of what feels like multiple timelines, all happening at the same time. You look down, you see a table previous that all of you have sat down at. And you see reflections for the first time, third party wise, disembodied your own self. And it seems like you can separate layer by layer by layer. With this nat 20, if you successfully drift into the dream realm, you have the potential to not only look into the dream, but to look into past layers of locations to reveal information that may have been previously left in that spot. It will be a DC check, but it is now available at all times while you're within the dream realm. You may also, while inside walking, make perception checks of both inside the dream and out with one waking eye. You can feel the duality for the first time, and a smile comes across your face as you're getting better. You're becoming the dream walker of which you and Chikios had discussed many times before. Staring into this institution and hearing this song, what else would you like to do as you dream walk?
I think there's this moment where Asher is just captivated by what he's seeing and seeing the lady serving, but in like the most real form he has seen, and seeing these iconic, historic, famous adventurers sitting there eating and enjoying the tavern, and then just kind of like staring at his own group sitting there doing their shenanigans. I think there's just this like kind of pause, and he just kind of like is enraptured and takes all this in as he starts to kind of like walk down. And as he kind of gets to the bottom of the stairs and is like looking over everything, he still hears the song, and he's seeing her serving. And there's this kind of like moment of like, is she singing? Has she always sang? Is this a family heritage? Is this? And he starts to wonder what that looks like. So while she's serving, I think he looks for the source of the voice.
Roll an investigation check.
$27.
You begin to separate the layers. Hearing the song and seeing the lady as she serves. It's haunting, as it always has been, but there's also this level of comfort as you clearly make eye contact as they walk by, and it separates the image that you've seen before versus the image that you see now. You see her serving at a different time as she walks past, and also that ghostly visage. You're able to detect both. And at that moment, you hear a voice inside your head. It's yours, but it doesn't feel like it comes from you. You hear Aelith and Landara.
Aelith, Landara.
I just posted it inside.
As that kind of separation happens, and like we kind of like lock eyes, and then I just kind of hear this, I think instinctually, Asher just gives this small, polite smile. And just, it's a pleasure to finally, formally make your acquaintance. My lady, Aelith.
No response, but you feel that bit of recognition and joy that someone is smiling back at. And by the next time that you blink, you can see Lady Aelith sitting back at the front of the tavern and singing. And then you see an old veteran warrior at the bar. And you see her singing from sunup to sundown. That veteran is there for each and waning meal. And you see the origin story of the purchase of that tavern from the veteran warrior to Aelith. And you understand the promise of that as long as this old warrior sat inside the tavern, for 50,000 gold pieces, the tavern could be hers. And this transaction, this origin story, she has applied to adventurers from that veteran then on. As even in death, she continues to sing that song for all adventurers that follow through. I want you to roll one more perception check, and I'll allow you to do so with advantage because of your 20. You see scenes of adventurers well on past the veteran inside the tavern. And you see exchanges of money, large. As the secrets of elf song begin to be divulged to you. As you find out that this place isn't just a tavern, it's a bank. And has been for a very, very long time. A guarded secret. You do not know where the money rests or if it is even on this property. But you see exchanges of ledgers between tavern keeps, Aelith herself, as this place has been used as an unofficial bank for quite some time. And just as those secrets are revealed to you, those images fade. And the tavern becomes empty again. As if now you've only left your body to explore within the present. I'll let you know. You may roll and ask for me at any point in time while you're dream walking to roll with one eye open, outside of your own dream realm. I will not ask you to make those checks unless something happens significantly inside your own presence that would rattle.
Mm-hmm. I think just having that notion and kind of picking up on the conversations and teachings of Chikios, I think I like instinctually look up at the door to my room from on the bottom of the tavern and feeling that kind of availability of kind of reaching out of the dream and into the waking world, as Chikios described it. I would attempt as just like a first try, a first check to see if I can separate the dream from reality and look to my actual surrounding with one eye open.
All right. Roll that perception check.
12.
12. As you split yourself between where you're walking now inside the tavern to your own room, you can see the moonlight spilling in as it's almost full. You can see all your items laid out and placed. But you can't seem to leave your body from where you're at. Your disembodiment is elsewhere. You can only look and dart. And everything seems to be in place inside your room. Comforting sounds of the nighttime creatures inside the city. Simple barks and a few howls. Nothing else.
I think Asher would try, as he's kind of walking, I think he's curious, and he would try to open the door to Josiah and Aelun and Jinrid's room.
All right. As you head back, go and check on the rest of your friends. Picking up at the time when you set to dream walk minutes ago. All of you currently fast asleep. Worn out from your day, some passed out from prison tatting. I want you to make constitution checks at disadvantage. Josiah, Aelun, Gitzi,
Okay.
and Jinrid. Everyone inside boys' room. Aelun, Josiah, Jinrid. Fast asleep. Gitzi, well, you've been incredibly tired. It's been one of those evenings of tossing and turning. Only getting sleep in pockets. Still getting your full night's rest because you were tired early. But it's one of those where you just wish you would been conked out for the entire time. It's a frustrating toss and turn. I will allow you to roll a perception check as you've tossed and turned. That perception check will be at disadvantage. Oh!
A 2.
Please RP what it looks like a sleepy Gitzi.
It's one of those where she's already on her back, but normally this is a good thing. Like she can rock herself to sleep. But here she can't find it in that right rhythm. And it's that space where you keep flipping from one side to another, and every single sound around you bothers you. Like you're in this half awake, half asleep process where you kick your sheets off, pull them back on, hear this sound, and your brain goes a million different directions trying to figure out what it is while only being half aware.
Outside the window, unknown by the rest of the party, werewolves sit staring silently in the moonlight. Some almost tantalized by this small drip of blood from the top rafter that seems to drip only once per minute as it falls onto a small pool on the tapestry below. Staring at their quarry. But they have not moved. They have not entered. I'm going to make a roll for how long they process. For I will not give you dialogues or conversation for free. Just a tantalizing bit of meta scene. More for the audience than you. Let's make ourselves a little wisdom roll. And off of that wisdom roll, understanding the situation of where they're at within the city. Make quick time of reconnaissance, not to be caught lingering if possible. We'll make a dexterity check as well. Asher, as you open up that door, moonlight shining inside the room, you have one chance to catch this scene. You will have to roll on that.
Perception?
Yes.
Oh.
You see the dripping blood as the moonlight shines in perfectly. And as you look up, it's at the perfect spot to where that light shines through the blood as it drips, as you can see an artificial blood moon inside the room. And you can see Aelun has made his mark. And just what he's used that ink for. You see a long passed out Josiah and Jinrid. And a small piece of the cheese Danish that never got finished. And that retires your night. I need everybody to click a long rest on your character sheets and roll a Constitution ability check to see who gets up in the morning. Nine for Aelun, 8 for Josiah, 15 for Asher. Oh my God! No, I can't I can't win in this campaign. I've never woken up.
It's because she didn't really sleep, you know? She was awake already, tossing and turning, so she just got up early to make coffee.
Yeah, it's whatever. Oh,
Yeah, it's whatever. Why does she sound mad about that?
And get the day started, and maybe I can try sleeping the next night. Just feels all heebie-jeebies, and even though she can't get goosebumps with her turtle skin, like she clearly has a bit of a cold sweat still going on, which gives her almost a bit of a slimy look, perhaps. It's a good thing she woke up early. No one has to see her. She quickly gets like a bowl of water to wash down.
I woke up like this.
All sweaty and stinky. I'm gonna change those sheets. It's pretty rank. Shake them out a little bit and prop open the window and hang them up there, hoping to catch the breeze. But if you come in, it's gonna smell a little now.
Respect. As morning greets you with that crisp, cool air, sunlight coming in. Anything that you want to accomplish before everybody else wakes up?
I would like to eat all the fruit. No,
You may certainly try.
I won't do that.
Destroyer of breakfast buffets.
I would actually like to go downstairs. I know we had stumbled in late and whatnot, but for the amount of times that we've been here and once returning back from the Fae and feeling herself, Gitzi will a bit wander around in that main dining room area, feeling very much more like home. Rearranging like the salt and pepper shakers a little bit, tucking in the chairs, taking a little bit more of ownership. Now that she's been somewhere else, it's helped her see a little bit more of how at home she has been here and how comfortable she is at the elf song. She's just kind of humming a little tune as she wipes them down, picking up a little crumb here or there. St. James scurrying with his tail to brush up those little last dust bits here and there, before all the patrons come down or in for breakfast.
And I imagine it's the tag team with St. James and our little kobold as he holds, the the sweeping tray, and St. James is like rolling small bits of napkins and stuff inside of it. It's Carlisle.
Like a Cinderella scene, but if she were 90.
Weren't you an early riser today?
Yes, well, when the bed doesn't let you stay in there any longer, you best be going somewhere else.
Oh, no. Has it not been up to your taste?
No.
Do we need to make a change of mattress? Or...
Not at all, not at all. I could sleep on the floor and be fine. There's just...
Now, there'll be enough of that talk. He will certainly not be sleeping on the floor here.
Floor, chair, bed, it doesn't matter. Especially when you just keep those shivers up your spine. You can't sleep anyway whatsoever. Is no matter. I'm here and I'm cleaning a few tables. Is there any prep I can do to help?
And you certainly don't need to be doing that, but it's much appreciated.
Before I get your cook starting on my full breakfast order, I might as well do a little helping.
The good news is we've already started. She swings by and grabs you the fruit tray that's already done.
My usual. I appreciate it.
There's actually a small note attached to that fruit basket.
For me?
Little something extra.
Gitzi with her claws will gently open it up and quite tenderly hold it up to read.
And you look back at the scribble that's on this handwritten note. And just looking at the writing, I want you to roll a history check.
A 4.
It doesn't jar your memory at first, and then you get into the note. Dear Gitzi, old friend. And it's a note from Ella as
My fruit stand lady.
she has brought you fresh cantaloupe, honeydew melon, green and red seedless grapes, any of your classic favorites from out in the sow's foot. The note, it says that a small birdie let me know where you've set up shop, and that she misses the daily conversations and the mornings at the stand, but more or less that they're proud that somebody from the outer city has accomplished so much inside. In particular, a PS down at the bottom of the note. Way to kick that beholder's ass. As you now know why that news has ventured out and why she would know where you're at. Well, aren't you just the most popular one? As Carlisle comes back with another sealed envelope.
Goodness, am I getting fan mail now? Well, I need to make sure that St. James is my secretary to handle all of this mail.
You just might need it.
Oh.
But it looks like your friend has a corresponding one as well.
Oh.
As you look back at the seal and you can see a scale on the back and the intertwined Sawyer,
Oh.
and Sawyer.
I hope this isn't any legal fees. There's nothing more exciting to get bills in the mail. That's why I keep moving.
One is addressed to you and one is addressed to Josiah.
Well, if it's the two of us, we know we're the exciting ones, clearly. So let's see what I've got in mine. And she'll take her claw and kind of cut through very gently, not tearing the parchment, but breaking the seal as carefully as she can.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity ability check.
Okay.
It's difficult.
Just kidding. I ripped the paper off with my mouth.
That
Like
seals.
an animal.
That wax seal's a bitch.
Getting frustrated. Her patience is very short normally anyway, but in the morning when she doesn't know what could be in it, she struggles a little bit, and then she does eventually just take her beak, her sharp turtle beak mouth to it and rips it open, kind of biting off that top part of the envelope.
Just as you're opening that envelope, we're going to have everybody else upstairs begin to wake up. Oh, that may be the best night of sleep I've ever had. Oh, fuck. As I look up and I can see the dried blood inside the middle of the room. Jesus. But there's no, like, it's just Aelun shit at this point. You could have gotten a bloody steak and ate it overnight. I see it and I'm like, housekeeping can take care of that. We can get myself straight. And I look down at my failed attempt to eat that last piece of cheese Danish. And I make a wisdom saving throw as I look at it real hard.
Oh no.
I'm only doing this because I looked real hard at that Spanish rice that I made earlier in the week that was full of glass. Just for a second.
Jesus.
And much like the Nat 20 in real life, is like, ooh, what the fuck are you thinking? God, that's nasty. As I pick it up with my nat 20, and I gently go over to Josiah, and I place it over on your face. Just enough to where it looks like you passed out eating it. Josiah, good God, taking cheese Danish to the bed. And here I thought I was the messed up one.
What are you talking about? You were eating that monster fucking pastry. Like you were. Oh, what the fuck?
Speak for yourself. That rank bit of stale pastry and a little bit of the cheese is now hardened except for one spot on it.
Just gonna pick it up off the ground, eat it.
Oh.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, tastes much better yesterday.
Hey, it had to be better than whatever the hell Aelun drug up to the rafters. What'd you do? Go on a run last night? You got an elk hanging up there, big guy?
Aelun's gonna look down at his arm and he's gonna actually pull his sleeve down over his arm. Yes. I got a little bit of the munchies last night. You know, it was, you know how it goes. I was doing some push-ups and then I got hungry, and so yeah. But nothing in the kitchen was cooked, so you know. But you know, you can't be choosy when it is late night.
Did you really go on a midnight run to go eat pigeons off the ledge?
I didn't eat the pigeon. I got the stuff from the kitchen. I just snuck downstairs.
Okay.
Why would I get the pigeon? There's plenty of birds in the kitchen.
You never know with you, Aelun.
Have you ever eaten a pigeon?
Yeah. Tastes like shit. Almost kind of like that Danish I just had.
Roll a sleight of hand as you cover up your prison tat.
The tables are turning. Just everyone prepare for this.
Luna.
Get those ones in chat.
I need a wall of ones, please.
It's fair.
Oh, say, can you see when mud throws a one?
It's like a unicorn.
Yeah, everyone gets so excited about it. It's like everyone's like, it's like the polar opposite. It was like, oh my God, you know, and it's whatever.
Sweet fucking morning, Lord. Did you tattoo yourself last night?
No, that was already there. Yes, it's just the infected.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be. Look at all the blood down here. Oh my! What the fuck are you doing, man?
This is not none of your business. This does not concern you.
Now it is because you bled all over the place. How was I comfortable with you?
Show me where the blood is. Show me where.
Right here. It looked like you ate a damn wild animal in your sleep. The worst part is that's plausible.
Is the blood on a carpet or is it on the wood?
A little bit of both. A little carpet, because it's only it's like a tapestry in the middle. Like there ain't no full carpeted rooms. Let alone should there not be for us.
This could be anyone's blood. This doesn't have to be mine.
Really gonna go with that story?
He's gonna get down. He's gonna roll up the tapestry and throw it behind where Asher's bed used to be.
Don't throw. They gotta clean that. That is kind of funny.
They will find it.
Oh my God.
Anyways, what about what have you been doing? Why so many questions?
Let me just see it so it's not infected so I can take care of it. I'm not judging. I don't want to ask you. I don't care. I just want to make sure that you're okay. That's all.
Fine. He will show you the tattoo, but don't tell Asher that I used the ink for this. He thinks that I was practicing spelling.
Because that's plausible.
He bought it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Jen, do you think he actually bought it, or do you think he knew that dumb shit was going to happen?
Last night, he had no fucks given. I mean, I was trying to press his buttons. He went to a whole different room, you know? Like,
You think he was mad? He didn't seem so upset to me. I think I just fooled him.
well, you did something all right. Here.
Ooh,
It doesn't.
God.
As I cast Lesser Restoration. and, take care of this.
Does it restore the quality of the tattoo?
No, but your lycanthropy's gone. No. Just imagine, like, there you go.
No problems.
Bite me! Bite me!
I get into a fight. It's morphin' time. No sword. Keep clicking the button.
You guys did a number on that Streamloot spot because I can't even open it anymore.
Way to go, chat.
you done did it now.
You're done. You yeeted it.
All of you are gone. Never come back.
And we'll fix it at break, or we won't.
Either could happen.
Either could hapen.
I think now we're just on the honor system, so just write in chat whatever you think that you rolled and we should get. So I think I saw someone give me an item I think
It was
Adam
an
got
20
it.
too, so you better give one of those to Adam.
Yeah, I think
Do you
Adam
want
got
us to roll for you? We'll pull out. We'll do the dice on here. Just name the item.
I got an
and we'll
Adam. I got an item J. I don't know about you guys. First one
Oh
ever.
no, item J is what got Jinrid in trouble yesterday.
Don't worry. I remember the old problems of logging in. Just talk amongst yourselves and I'll fix this.
Oh no, we have to talk to each other?
Well, here, I'll set a scene as
you
Asher
guys-
wakes up.
You guys
Perfect.
remember Mixer?
Oh God.
No, we're not doing that. Set the scene.
Okay. So Asher would have woken up early too, but not have come out of his room. He would have probably gone and sat at his desk and done some work. And then probably would have heard Gitzi leave and go downstairs. And he just paused for a second and realized that everyone's getting up, and he just kind of stare at the door for a bit. And then he'd go back and he'd finish up some more work. And then he would start to pack up his things and get ready because he has some things he wants to get accomplished today. And so he's getting his books and papers and everything all organized, and he's throwing his cloak back over top of him. And then he pauses as he looks down and he sees this new locket, and he kind of picks it up and stares at it and opens it and sees that picture, and he just kind of pauses, and then he closes it and he wraps it in like a small like leather bag, and then just stuffs it into his bag, and then finishes grabs his new staff and finishes getting his things, and then goes to the door and pauses for a second to listen to see if he can hear movement from any of the other rooms. But regardless if he does, he just takes a deep breath and he opens the door and he heads downstairs to get some breakfast and coffee.
Oh, good, you've come down. Come, you can help me. I'm and you can see Gitzi is trying to pull one table out a little bit to rearrange. She's just taking over the restaurant now.
What are you
It'll
doing?
be a better layout for it, a little more, better flow, if you will.
Gitzi, you don't work here. This is...
It's not a matter of working here, but being able to influence the space I'm in. Now come help me.
Yeah, okay, well, did you get this cleared with anyone?
No, I'm just doing it. Now come on over here. Grab the other side. It's a lot better so that way we don't scrape up the floor any more than we already have. As if I haven't already torn up the floorboards here. Was moving a few tables.
I feel like you should probably get some, like, approval before just moving tables and chairs around from an establishment that we're guests at.
Well, do remember that I've hidden underneath the floorboards, torn those up, and had to rebuild them. I don't think they're going to mind too much if I move the table out just a little bit, so that way me and my big shell can get into that corner just a tad.
Oh, so this is like a thing that you want for you.
Well, and patrons like me.
Right. And you're asking me to help you move heavy things. Okay.
Oh,
Sure.
forget it. And you just see Gitzi try to like flip the table up and hold it and carry it across. Like,
Athletics check.
I will. How does a
21. Yeah, with ease.
Just move out of the way. And she kind of shoves you a little bit to the side as she carries this 4-seater table by herself. And it's a good sturdy table. Like, they've got nice thick seats, you know, they've got to hold up pretty well in a place like this. It's old. They've got good, well-built, furnished restaurant material. So she chunks it down there. Now grab at least some of the chairs if you wouldn't help me with a table.
It's like right when I sit down to like get coffee.
You don't know, never mind. You're clearly in your own zone today. Perhaps you need that.
Well, I just woke up.
Space.
It'd be great to just get some coffee instead
Yes. No, don't mind me. I'm just moving the chairs, making this a better place on my own.
for yourself.
Mm-hmm. And she keeps loudly dragging the 2 chairs at a time, letting them like make as much noise as possible across the floor, letting them bang against all the other chairs and tables, kind of throwing her own small temper tantrum.
I just like snap my finger and Vera pops out of the chair next to me and kind of like pops up on the table and like pants at me looking up, and I'm just like, I just lean over and say, remind me I need to learn the silence spell. Thanks. And I give her some scritches, and then probably get up and go and get me some coffee. And hey Carlisle, can I just get the breakfast, whatever the special is today? That'll be just fine.
My pleasure.
Thanks. Also, could you, I think you have a problem with some of the stream loots over there you gotta fix in the corner. I think Gitzi broke something. You might want to...
They left out the cards from last night.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll give you
patrons,
some time to work on it. Yeah.
Chat can be god awful sometimes.
Yeah, but hey, they keep us alive sometimes.
That they do. Keep this place running.
Get my coffee and just kind of sit down and have my coffee and just kind of sit there and watch Gitzi move furniture, and then I just get out of.
See her arguing with St. James about some of the placement of things. He's doing his little gestures of like, there it is. What are you talking about? It wouldn't go there. If you blew it there, it'll block the walkway to the bathroom, and you clearly don't want to do that. You want them to expel it so they can put more in. Don't make it more difficult. Good grief. You've never read a restaurant before in your life anyway. Well, no, I haven't either. And she just has this banter back and forth. I guess she can speak rat now. I just made that happen.
I watch this for a little bit, and then I look to Vera, and I'm like, is that what we look like?
This is your future.
Oh, God, I hope not.
When Vera's old and looks like a weird old rat, and you're ancient.
Looks like a weird old rat. Okay, there's a difference between a rat and a fox. Okay, it's a pretty big difference.
Like a very old fox.
Okay.
And so that's why the future, very, very far.
I'll look very old. Vera will look the same because she's magic. So But fair enough. It'll just be reversed. I think, Gitzi, I think you're going to wake everybody upstairs. I mean, they'll probably be coming down soon with this breakfast and a show.
Well, finally, I suppose it'd be good. I was even kind enough not to eat all of the fruits. We had a special delivery today, don't you know?
I didn't know that.
Yes, yes. That bowl right over at the end of the counter there, that one is a special gift. Well, actually, it was quite an eventful day. Do you remember Ella?
No.
Nah, that's okay. A good old friend of mine, but she was there the day that our paths crossed. And also the reason in that space in which we lost Josiah. Happenstance.
Huh.
Yes.
And she sent you fruit to apologize? Oh.
Not quite an apology. I mean, it wasn't it wasn't her fault. Obviously, she was being taken advantage of, and we merely intervened as good people do to protect the fruit that we love in our lives. And it snowballed into what it is. But
how did she know that we were
she caught
here?
wind of our big fight in the arena. And I've done her justice and given her pretty good gossip to pass around to the other vendors, so I think she owes me this one. But there's some specialty fruits in there that you can't quite always get here in the inner city. It's not quite to the pristine taste of others, but trust me, it's the good stuff. And she'll slide the bowl over. Go ahead, try one.
No, thank you. I'll just pick out something unique.
She'll look up kind of toward that balcony space where the rooms are at. Maybe the rest of the group will join us soon. She'll kind of stomp on the chair a little bit, letting it clack against the ground as a bit of an alarm bell.
No, maybe not.
And it was worth a try.
Well,
Until then, we can eat away at some of the fruit, and if they make it in time to get some, they get some, and if not, it's all right too.
I'm coming down. I'm coming down.
Good, get over here. There's some fruit. Oh, I forgot I had an envelope, a little bit of a bill. Nah, I'll open it at the same time as Josiah. Maybe we've got the same kind of summons.
what are you
so
talking
bad.
about?
I've gotten mail here. Apparently everybody's figured out this is where I'm at, so I'm setting down roots here. Quite like the place, so it feels a bit like home. So I've got that stuff from Ella, and I also got a nice nifty letter. And you can see where the corner of it has been torn off and has slight portal slobber around the edges.
As I'm coming down the stairs. Well, you mean Ella the fruit vendor? The one Vizardi was trying to shake down.
Yes, you remember her. Come,
Yeah.
she brought us fruit.
Of course, I remember everyone from the foot. I was home for a good long time.
Yes. So she made sure to send some of the best from out town.
I mean, sign me up. Settle up
I
at
knew
the
you
table.
wouldn't say no.
What's this? As he pulls out his knife and stabs it into a piece of cantaloupe and eats it. Say here about you getting the summons? Thought I was the one who was supposed to get in trouble.
Oh, well, you still may have gotten in trouble here. And she's going to slide that letter over to you.
He lifts it up, flips it around, looks at the wax seal, takes his knife, holds it over one of the candles,
Oh.
slips it right underneath the wax once it's warmed up, flips it open.
Is that how you're supposed to open one of those?
It's the easiest way, especially if you need to reseal it. That's kind of Prince, kind of rogue bullshit.
Well.
What, you don't think I went through my old man's mail?
Oh, that's how you did it?
Shh.
Very sneaky. And she kind of hides her letter a little bit where she's bitten off the end. Slightly embarrassed. Yes, of course, that would work. And she pulls out her own dagger to heat it up and mimics what you have done, at least to the best of her ability. Shall we
Sweet.
open them on the count of 3 and see if we
God.
have good news or bad news together?
I'm already pulling it out of the envelope.
We're supposed to do it together.
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Flip it open.
As you guys both open up your correspondence, seeing that Sawyer logo on the back, you're pleased to pull out the parchment that reveals it is not a bill. Matter of fact, it's a handwritten note as well.
Wait, how do beholders...
Don't ask.
Okay.
That man had like eight people with him at all times. He's probably got somebody who writes, or he just does it with magic.
Two
A
eyeballs.
beholder. He does whatever he wants.
Or
like if they had like a transcribe, like a magical pen, that would make sense. But I
A
don't know, for some
long
reason my
eye
brain
tendril.
got stuck on the handwritten part. They don't have hands.
I mean, I don't write with like ink and quill anymore. So
like the old McDonald's commercials with the little McNuggets. We don't have any feet.
They could,
but
they could use mage
I'm
hands.
loving it.
These aren't real
Da, da,
hands,
da,
though.
da, da. As you scroll, in a strange stroke of luck, you find this note to be a correspondence of inheritance. Scrolling through, someone has willed you a specific lockbox. An anonymous patron that has passed away. And it all comes from your time in the fighting pit. A long time patron that saw your performance and was so impressed that they have wrote you into their will. And this lockbox is set to be delivered once again by Coach before noon promptly to the Elf Song Tavern. Need only sign the release documents on arrival, and you can almost hear his grumpy self that he will not be there. His assistants are handling it. If you have any questions, please feel free to send back correspondence. You could literally write on the back of these letters. The seal is self-sealing and can be sent. Enjoy the new inheritance. Sawyer, Sawyer, and Sawyer.
So in the letter, our gifter, our benefactor is anonymous.
Benefactor is anonymous.
That's some shit, Gitzi.
Well, to be honest, my heart was a little on pause for a second because I wouldn't trust that box if it was from anywhere else in my past. But I suppose the fighting pits, surely a good fan has given us something nice. A box. And I guess it depends how big the box is, isn't it? What could it be?
Keys to a mansion. 100%.
Oh, okay. No, I like that answer very much so. Okay. No. I hope this gets here rather soon then. She's completely
Why?
relieved.
Why would we want to leave here? We have everything we need.
Well, you know, we could have 2 places then. We could rent out the mansion and stay here.
Now you're thinking like a pirate.
Yes. Property. That is where it is. We'll do some good investment in property, and then we'll never have to work a day in our lives. I watched that on a video somewhere.
What does yours say, Josiah?
Same thing Gitzi said.
Oh.
They gifted some lockbox by some anonymous patron who decided to write us into their will.
Apparently, we made quite the impression.
Well, I mean, you are very impressive with your hammer.
Well, you and that little shrimp pistol can do quite the damage. It may be small, but good grief, I'd hate to be on the other end of that.
Just do me a favor. If we're ever in a bar and there's a lot of people around, never refer to it as my little shrimp pistol. That's... I appreciate where you're going with that, but, you know, I know the context.
I look over to you. My little shrimp pistol, baby.
Don't worry, I've no reason. I
Performance check.
don't think anyone's
Oh,
going
God, that one was so close. My little shrimp pistol, baby. I think there's a song there.
Well, just be careful. We don't know who it's actually from.
Oh, Asher, quit being a stick in the mud. This is great news. They've impressed somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that right, Vera? As I hold Vera up over on the table. Morning scritches. That's right.
I allow it.
Vera likes my scritches.
I didn't say that out loud. I just allow it.
Well, we could also see this as a bit of a game. I know it said anonymous, but perhaps we could figure out who it's from, especially if we're worried on what's on the inside of it. I do love a good mystery. Growing up, I used to read all those romantic mystery novels. Couldn't bring them all. They wouldn't fit in my shell, oddly enough. They don't make really nice travel-size ones. Well, they do, but the fine print is way too small that I can't read it with these old eyes.
Ah, the Hardly Boys.
I think we really need to worry about it. I mean, it's coming from one of the top lawyers in Baldur's Gate who knows everything of anything that's happening in the city. He probably already knows what it is.
That's true.
Maybe.
And besides, it's not. It's probably not that interesting, anyways, because obviously whoever it is doesn't know what a real champion looks like. Since I did not get one.
Oh, don't be jealous.
Oh,
I'm not jealous. I'm just saying I wrote down the beholder. I was standing on top of it. If that is not a showmanship, then what is?
It was a hell of a show.
I killed the troll too. The night before.
You know, maybe yours is still showing up in the mail.
Possibly.
Yes.
You think it's lost in the mail?
Oh,
Yes.
you know what? Maybe they know he can't read, so they're sending actors to act the note out.
Yes.
That is
yes.
probably
Maybe
what
when
it
they
is.
get here with the box, they'll be able to deliver the message for you.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
It's a singing telegram.
And Carlisle comes by. I didn't lose it. I just misplaced it. As there is a correspondence for you as well, Aelun.
Oh yes, perfect. See, I told you. Okay, maybe this person knows what they're talking about then.
Yeah,
Gitzi
Aelun,
is
why don't
slightly
you read it
crestfallen
for
with
us?
that. A little hurt that
I would.
You were practicing last night, right?
Yes. I
What
was.
were you practicing?
Oh, I gave him one of my children's book, and he borrowed some ink to practice writing and learning lettering.
No. That's impressive. Dude, come over here. Show us some of your work.
No, I couldn't. I'm just starting to learn. Tell them, Josiah. It is not good. I was just starting.
He definitely needs a little extra time on his ink work. Let's just put it that way. Let's not show anything off yet.
Roll a
Okay.
perception check on your letter, Aelun.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
15.
Oh, that's still pretty good.
You look at this thing and it's just a rush. You assume it looks just like the other correspondence that's come.
Is
Okay.
it?
Except for
No,
his
it
actually
is
says,
It is a plain parchment note that's barely folded over and seems to be stuck together by what looks to be best is some hard tack that comes around the side.
This is why this place is home.
He doesn't care. He's just gonna snatch it and open it and just stare at it.
good. Yes, you practice reading that. That will be good
I can
exercise.
read it. I just don't want to share.
His says, "Hello, my name is General Zarak from Zimbabwe. I am a Nigerian prince, and I have lots of income that I need to get to you ASAP. Please send me everything."
It is a private, very personal matter. He's gonna slide it over to Josiah so he can read it.
I'm just gonna, on the slide, just read it for him.
Josiah, when you look at this note, it's almost as if you're trying to read through Aelun's eyes. It's written so poorly. I need you to make an intelligence check to get through this garbage that's here.
Oh my God, this is gonna be awesome.
Will I write this in my sleep?
Maybe.
I
speak drunk and I can read it.
Okay, so it's not the note itself. When you open it up, you're like, oh my God, it's a smell that you haven't smelled in weeks. And you immediately, Jesus Christ, it's Gorbash's writing. The orc guard from inside the dungeon.
God, that's great. And what does Gorbash say?
Hey, Lou, I think I found something that you will find of great use as a master of literary. I don't read so good, but maybe you can find a use for this and read it to me sometime. Your favorite guard, Gorbash.
Your favorite best friend guard.
And I read it to him just like that.
Yes, that's what I thought it said as well.
Oh,
He was, he was a nice guy for a security guard. He knew a lot of information.
Carlisle comes back with the small package. Like I said, I didn't lose it, just lost it for a second. As she sets a book down, removing your item, I believe this is G.
You're giving me a book as a magic item? Piece of shit.
The first time this has happened.
Piece of shit. I demand a recount.
It's the Kama Sutra Volume 2.
This may be my
This magic item isn't flammable because it goes straight in.
This is my favorite item I think I've ever given.
Oh my God, that's great. Well, open it.
Yes, I'm getting to it. This is you have to take your time with these things. He'll just rip all the paper out of it. Well, yes. A book that is just what they wanted. He's gonna thumb through the pages.
And on the front, there's a sword that looks to be cutting through like a half sun on the front of it. Solid pick.
Oh,
Of course, it's a tome of fighting techniques.
As you scroll over this bad boy, or who's looking for you at the moment? Is it still Josiah?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll be like sitting with it open to the side so he can read it, but I'm like trying to make it not obvious that he's the one reading it. like everyone doesn't know already. Just a subtle, like when you're letting someone cheat off your paper in high school. There's just a subtle slide to the side of the desk.
You're like leaning too far over, just
Yeah,
like I'm just writing.
Oh, we got an A and a B. And
As Josiah describes a manual that has some good pictures in it, but it is a tome of advanced fighting styles. But more importantly, the chapter on advanced simplicity. It's all pictures, as it shows you how to crit on a roll of 19 or 20.
You just couldn't stand being wrong every time I rolled a 19. Huh?
I finally had to end it. No, when I saw advanced simplicity, I died laughing, and I was like, I'm putting one chapter in here in straight pictures right off the bat.
Advanced Simplicity, title of Aelun's autobiography.
I was gonna say, I've never heard of advanced simplicity.
It's just like one word, like one phrase at the bottom, and like it's just a massive picture, and it's just like forward thrust, backslash, uppercut. Like it's just like very simple words, but it's all
You've
picture.
never heard of it because it is so advanced that you couldn't understand it. It's not your fault. You've never been trained in these fighting techniques, but it is way too advanced for you.
Now, the part that isn't on this card, it normally only allows you to pick one of these, to sit back on it, and that's that. However, if you're somehow able to either learn how to read or have someone study with, I will allow you to set your fighting style each morning and let you choose one per day to gain that effect.
In addition to the advanced simplicity, or is
Yes.
that one of the options? Okay.
We're going to leave advanced simplicity that you gain right off the bat, which is yours, and then you can focus on one of these other techniques that will take some advanced reading.
I'm going to pull out a book. Looks exactly like it, a little more well-worn, because I have the same one. I'm going to slide it next to him and open up a few pages that I've made notes on. This is some shit I'm going to help you work on. Like, the pictures are good. Deeper in the book, trust me, if you don't learn how to read, you're fucking crazy.
Josiah, you will also be able to gain the same benefit as you go over the book with him. You will also be able to choose in the morning once per day one of those advanced fighting styles.
I don't choose net mastery every time.
Simplicity.
Do that when we're
advanced
fishing.
simplicity
Do that
here.
when we're fishing.
Exclusively using a net now.
Do that when we're fishing.
Well, I never thought you would get a book in the mail.
Wondrous times we're living in.
Gorbash is something else.
So yeah, I think he's pretty nice. I mean, listen, if you had taken the time to stuff his pockets full of mashed potatoes and other foods and ribs, then maybe you would have a book too. But I'm a people person, so.
Maybe. I'm good. I got my light as I pull out the little orrery, which is the transformed radiance that Asher gave to me a long time ago.
Can't even read that.
You can read the stars if you took the time. It flashes a little bit of star form in his hands. I think I need to give somebody their fortune. See their smiles again. It's been a minute. This time, no bullshit. I think I can actually read this thing.
Hey, let her rip, man. I believe you can do it.
Candygram for Mongo! As you hear a knock up at the door. Oh. As two individuals with white glove service come in from a rickshaw, carrying a large trunk. As they pull out another parchment. Gitzi and Josiah.
What's up? That's us.
Yes.
What's up?
Look sharp.
Just a small amount of paperwork here from Sawyer and Sawyer, please. As it lays down, it's a stack. There's 5 different signatures on it. The legal font is this tiny. It's ridiculous.
I don't know about you, Gitzi, but I want to sit here and read every single one of these pages before I sign.
I'll just have St. James read it, and I'll put the rat in front. He's my reader.
I was joking. Where do I sign?
You should,
Oh,
you should really read that.
yes. That's
I don't-
very dangerous.
Just sign it. What are you waiting? It's just a delivery.
The lawyer said some paperwork to sign when it gets here. We
Not
trust him, right?
He's not our lawyer. We don't pay him to be our lawyer.
He's
Yeah,
our
he's-
lawyer.
he's
We have him on
technically
retainer.
Yeah, but like
What are we paying that retainer?
We
Yes.
earned it.
we did. Yeah, yeah.
Service
I'm
is
just
paid
saying
in
at
full.
least look at the other names that signed, and maybe you can get an idea of who sent it. That's all I'm saying. But what do I know?
Gitzi will split the paperwork to read with St. James to make it go faster.
I look over at Asher. Is she still in this mood from yesterday? And I look back at him. You just need to go to the library, man. We'll carve out some time. You've been pissed off since we came back.
Yeah, I have some plans today I'm gonna take care of.
Good, man. Carve out some time for you. For sure. Because Jin's actually concerned about you. Does not rib you. It's just-
Does Aelun hear this conversation?
Roll perception if you're above 10, sure.
I am the night.
I'm above 10.
I am the night.
You know what? I actually agree with Jinrid. I think maybe it would be good for maybe all of us to do our own thing today. As he's thinking about his clandestine sunset meeting.
Well, we are grown adults that deserve some time to enjoy the spoils that we have, right? After all, as he leans down, a rich bitch.
What are you gonna buy that you don't already have?
Oh, you don't
Yeah,
even
food.
know. New robes. Oh, fresh set of jewelry. Oh man. Some time at one of the hot baths. I haven't had that in so long. That's when I used to sneak into the... That was a long time ago. Yeah, I'm not sneaking anymore. I'm a paying customer. I look back at Josiah and I'm like, come on. Right? Am I right?
We're in on that shit today.
Good. Yeah, whatever. Whatever floats your boat. Just like, I don't know. If you get a bug up your ass and you decide to leave the city, like at least let us know.
Yes, I just think it is a good idea. That is a great idea, Asher. Good, in general, good thinking. Great teamwork.
You know, just remember that if you go to the upper city, that they lock things down. Like once it starts to get close to night, like you're there. So have a place lined up, or you know, they give you the boot. But you know, since we're fucking rich, you know. Not a bad day. You could maybe you can even just pay the guard off and be less than a hotel room and be like, you know, travel party to party, never even sleep, don't even have to stay. Who knows the people you can meet?
Why wouldn't I just climb over the wall?
You don't have to. You have the money. That would just
Why spend the money when I can just climb?
Yeah, but
It is not that hard.
You get kicked out. Like they keep track of these things. Now, hey, I get it. Girth dust punch, low bar. Okay. Not the greatest watch member of all time, but there's better ones. Trust me. I've
What
seen
do you
it.
think happened to that guy anyway, by the way?
Well,
Do you think he's still with the carnival?
Hopefully he gets what he deserves, wherever he's at.
I think he got what he deserved.
Well, and after he gets what he deserves, hopefully a fresh start somewhere. Because it ain't here. Kind of an asshole.
Well, when I finish up here and you guys either choose to open this now or later, I mean, that's up to you, but I will be heading towards the upper city to check on some things.
Oh, wow. This is what it's like living. Look at us. Who would have thought?
What?
Not
That we're all
me.
going different ways?
No, just a day that we can afford. Look, we've been so pent up. We got to do this now. We got to do that. Oh, shit, we got to survive. Now it's like, where am I going to go eat lunch today? I don't know.
Come on, Gitzi, you can't tell me you don't want to go have that shell polished.
No, I can do that myself. I'll probably just head down to the forge and get a little work done.
Hey,
happy
teach your
to-
own.
Sure.
It's
I'm
awesome.
happy to accompany you there, and then we can depart from there.
Yes, that would be good. I do enjoy a good walk.
I guess you are rich enough to buy all the fruit now, though.
That is fair. You're just, I suppose it's not something I put much thought towards in the value of things.
Come on, guys. I'm dying here. Finish up that paperwork. I gotta know what's in the trunk. As the two people have been standing there.
Speaking of deliveries, by the way, I just had a random thought, and maybe I'm misremembering, but weren't we supposed to deliver something for a giant spider at one time?
Yeah, that was forever ago, but we lost everything. It was
Oh, fuck.
We should probably stay out of the woods then, right?
Well, there's a lot of woods. That was the one to the south. Yeah.
I just thought about that. We probably don't. Probably not happy with us.
I wouldn't go to the southern forest in the middle anytime soon. But you know, was that spider really a good thing or not? Like, I mean, let's be honest. It was smuggling poison in the city.
yeah, it wasn't great.
It's it's not our business.
And it flips to a cutscene of many, many months ago. Back somewhere in the undercity. Wait. You and a vendor. I don't know what to tell you. They've normally always delivered the poison on time. Whatever, I've seen it. I don't know what to tell the kid. I can't go out there and retrieve it myself. I have a shop to run.
Are we gonna have a fucking problem? Is that what you want me to report?
No, I don't have a problem. It's just they've always promptly delivered it. I have the source. I promise I have the source. It just,
Let me just. I think I'm missing a big part of your shipment, which means you do have a problem.
no, we don't have a problem. Intimidation check.
Oh God, I don't. I'm gonna roll a D. I don't even know. Hold on.
Why isn't his character sheet always up?
You know better than this.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, I do it for Umber now in case you're ever like, hey, throw a thing for Umber, and I'm like, okay. Boy, no, it's a W. That was way down here. Intimidation.
And remember, you can use your strength, your dex.
No, it's a 11.
Okay. Just give me some time. I mean, what? I mean, if you kill me, there won't be any more poison, right? So let's be rational about this.
I'm being rational because right now I have no poison. And if I kill you, I still don't have poison, but then at least I have a solution.
How much time do I have?
You know, I'm gonna let you really think about that.
Fuck.
Just really think about it. Now, we were supposed to have this shipment already. You don't have it. Now I have to go back and tell my boss. You remember who my boss is, right?
I know who your boss is. I know who your boss is.
Yeah. So, I say you got about 72 hours.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And that's being generous.
Okay, I'll get it. I'll get it.
And then just in his mind, he just hears tick tock, tick tock.
Okay, as he grabs a couple of gourds and he races out. And there's a similar cutscene to him looking at the posted board. As he looks, I gotta get some help. And who's gonna go help me get this from a fucking spider? And he looks at an ad from Girth Dusk Punch on the board for odd jobs. This is just gonna have to do. As he takes that slip. Cutscene. As you guys finish your paperwork.
I did read at least half of it, and St. James and his rat minimal abilities looked like he was looking over the other half.
Oh, come on, let's see this thing. And I'm gonna let you guys go refill your beverage before we open up that inheritance. Item eyes coming up on the break.
Pretty dope. Ugh.
Yeah, werewolf meeting still on the docket. Just haven't got there yet. By the way, congratulations. You guys broke the bot hard. I'm going to have to roll back. That thing is foo barred. Now, if you really want to give a card, I've shown you, you can manually do it, but you have to write everything out on your own. And it looked like this, exclamation roll. And put Josiah, item C, and then put your own +7. This is what you would have to do. But you can roll a card at your own risk. You have to manually type that out on your own. So, if you're getting antsy and you want to play a card, that's how you're going to have to do it. But the bot automatically can't do it. I'm going to have to roll it roll it back an edition. It is not functional at the moment. So you have given me something to do later tonight and tomorrow. That thing is wrecked. But we'll get it fixed up. Luckily, we're in a spot where they don't need you guys to save their life necessarily just yet. As we're enjoying the parts of the city. No, different forest. That forest is to the south. Matter of fact, I'll show you on the map. Matter of fact, I don't have that map inside here. What about city maps? No, okay. No, I don't have the... Let's add that in. Let's add in a Baldur's Gate map right now. Because I know I have it in here. This would be Sword Coast. World and city maps, Baldur's Gate. There it is. There's the Sword Coast. Yeah, here you go.
The Sea of Swords.
Yes.
Everything looks so green and happy here.
The bot is very, very borked, so you would have to manually roll after you played a card at your own risk, just like I did. If you feel that you want to still roll a card, you're gonna have to manually do it right after you toss it. The card will be displayed because it runs through Streamloot's bot, but you would have to do this little number and type out who it was going to and what the item was and what your modifier, and then Stream Elements can throw that up. Welcome to the manual days until I get the bot fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So there is Baldur's Gate. Cloakwood, which is now Festerwood, down here where Median Orient Core has landed, also possesses the spider. That is to the south. This, the Wood of Sharp Teeth, is over here sitting to the east. That is where Aelun would be taking off to. I will go grab my beverage. Thank you, Cranky.
Bum 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 bum.
All right. What's in the box?
It's probably your wife's head.
I knew it. I knew that'd come back to me eventually.
What's in the box?
Thank you for committing to that.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
I haven't watched that movie in a long time.
Yeah, it's been years.
I live to serve.
Well, you do a good job.
I mean, really, what is the point of watching that movie again? You've already know all the twists.
That's true, but I don't know. Sometimes when you don't watch a movie for a really long time, you kind of forget some of the stuff, you know?
Oh, I've
Yeah.
absolutely forgotten. I just know the box part and that's it. I can't tell you anything else about the movie.
It's,
And I just remember the like that crying scene where he like holds up the gun again like oh,
Just the visual of it.
yeah, I have a hard time with movies. TV shows I can kind of rewatch because I forget. And
Well, there's so
then,
much, right? Every single episode, like there always is something, and I forgot that happened.
Although the one thing I can rewatch over and over again is anime because I never remember anything for some reason. Never.
I wonder why.
I really like anime, but I never remember character names to save my life.
Well,
I can't either. That's
you
why
should
I
all
save
watch
them in
Vampire
Adventure
Diaries.
Sports.
There, I said it.
Hmm?
Said you should all watch Vampire Diaries. There, I said it.
I can't remember if I have seen that or not.
I don't think I've seen
Great.
I think I have. What was the main character's name?
Well,
Or-
the actress is Elena Dobrev. Elena, no, that's not
I
right.
don't know any of their names.
But yes, the main the character's name is Elena, but then her twin is Catherine. It's twin, same. Anyway, it's confusing.
Is this like a vampire themed soap opera?
No, it's better than that. God, soap operas are. Ugh.
What was the soap opera that was like the sci-fi soap opera? They made a movie about it.
Better not be talking about Firefly.
No.
He's already forgotten.
No, hold on. It was like a horror type of
A sci-fi opera?
No. It was a like a soap opera, not an opera. It was it was old too. Used to run on the Sci-Fi Channel. It was like a horror themed, spooky one, and then they made a movie, and I think it was Johnny Depp in it.
What We Do in the Shadows?
No, not What We Do in the
I don't know.
Shadows. I can never remember the name. What is it? Okay, I used to watch it all the time as a kid.
Oh my God, some of these that are on this list. Best sci-fi.
Dark Shadows.
Oh wow, that is a poll.
Yeah, Dark Shadows. It was like, you know, like the horror themed soap opera
Oh wow!
from 1970. Yeah,
Holy
I used to watch it on the Sci-Fi Channel all the freaking time as a kid. Like I watched tons of that show.
Oh no, that's not what I was thinking of. Dark City.
Oh,
Thinking
Dark
of-
City was good too.
I was like, that's not 70s. That's
Yeah, it was Dark Shadow. Wait, it wasn't 1971. Yeah, 1971. 1966 to 1971.
ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It was so good though. I mean, maybe I'm just remembering it, watching it as a kid, but it was good.
Finishing up that paperwork as the white glove service folds up the paperwork, gives you a small bow. This is a bit odd. Before they exit and head back to the rickshaw. Josiah, with you and Gitzi opening up on the same time, we will start with you. As those magic item eyes from last week, please do not roll a 1d100. Roll a 1d10, as I have narrowed down a short list.
Okay.
Ooh, it was almost at 10 for a second, but I'll take 3. Oh,
Item
oh yeah.
number 3.
Oh.
Gitzi with a 1.
Is that your
Okay.
final? No.
Would you like to re-roll without knowing? No, there is no power set to corresponding with number. They're all great. The smaller item on top, this is fitting for you, Josiah, getting. This is how the trunk would be laid out with what you've rolled. You pull up a quiver. And you look at this thing.
Oh my God.
And it has these crazy buttons along the side. Small switches. And a long story short, a spot for 5 arrows. And in this, depictions of the elemental plane across the side. It has these buttons and the ability to turn your arrows or bolts into the specific ammunition laid down below. As this elemental chaos quiver is able to turn things into air ammunition that do an extra 1d6 and can be fired at long range without disadvantage. No atmospheric effects can stop it. Earth ammo. You hit with a ranged attack using this ammunition, an extra 2d6 bludgeoning damage, and they must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed back 10 feet. Water ammo that does an extra 2d6 or 3d6, depending if it's made of fire. You can put out and extinguish flames. I don't even know what this is. Para-elemental arrow? You can do both?
Yeah. You can combine arrows to have different effects.
Oh, look at that shit.
Oh my God.
Ice ammo that can do an extra 3d6 and then have to make a constitution saving throw. Once again, the paralysis depending on the level of the enemy, whether it is a common, uncommon, legendary, so on.
Magma.
Hot magma.
I love it. I have ooze ammunition.
The ooze. You get the Gef arrow, dude.
Classic. Molten magma.
I will be delivering that card to you as well.
Thank you. Just they know that my shooting has saved your ass a couple of times, Gitzi. We'll see a switch on here for a healing arrow.
Good.
But-
Well, I'll be counting on you to help me when the time comes, because heaven knows it's not going to be the last time we find ourselves in a situation.
Take in there, see what you got.
She'll pop open that box.
Gitzi.
Mm-hmm.
The item on the bottom of this chest is wrapped in a fine fur hide. But I want you to roll a charisma ability check. That's weird.
Over that as a saving. Do me reroll that one.
Would you
Yeah, never showed up for him on stream.
Oh,
yeah, go ahead and roll.
mhm. That one come through?
No, we're not getting your
I didn't
dice.
hear that one. Okay, charisma ability. Let me try that again.
Let's go ahead and all just do a refresh.
Okay.
A night of refreshment.
Of reprieve.
Oh, it's doing all sorts of weird things, like Josiah's pictures broke. Interesting.
It's taking a second to load.
I have a tendency to break things. It's just my way.
Bro. There we go.
Did that go through? My dice
Yes.
was completely black to me, but as long as you all can see it. I had shadow dice.
Charisma 17. You feel a connection. Whatever it is underneath that fine hide. Something you haven't felt in quite a while. That connection to Mierzo. And the Divine Forge. And as of late, you've had a lot of doubts. Maybe you haven't been on the right track. It feels like a sign for the first time. And something good is heading your way. And you wonder just who this patron was as you flip over that top cloth. And you find the most divine axe you've ever seen before in your life. It just shines and crackles a bit the closer your hand gets to its touch. And you see the large spinning middle symbol. What is the symbol of Mierzo?
It's actually just the simplicity of waves and then a circle underneath.
And that is the rune that you see currently in the center. As you study this thing and the light that emanates from it, you can feel the control that you have of it already. This is a +3 great axe.
Jeez.
That deals force damage instead of slashing. Whenever you hit a target, in this states as an aberration or an undead. In your case, this would be anything that wields weapons that would be against Mierzo's creed. Actively thinking in terms of how you defined your paladin relationship with Mierzo will define who takes this extra 1d12 of radiant damage. So instead of thinking in terms of a paladin that's only out there to defeat, which is undead and unholy, this is about your quest and your promise to Mierzo. So we'll get to go over that together and what that looks like. You're able to you're able to control the light that it emits just as quickly, dimming it down and raising it up a little bit as you pull it from inside that trunk. This item, from what you can see already, is an ancestral item. One that you can work on over time. As you can see, the runes that are spinning in the middle are runes of which you can construct. You will be able to attach specific runes that you forge to the center of this axe once per dawn that can do a whole host of effects.
Jeez.
One of them you innately know. Something that's been on the back of your mind, a symbol that you've seen for quite some time. You know where to start, but you don't know exactly what it does. It's a memory that you've had. It's that thing you haven't been able to get out of your head for so long. And it's something that you can start on immediately. But from now on, you will also be looking for runes outside in the environment, of which we will compile a list from. You will not be limited to just like this card says, the symbol spell. We'll be making a list of runes that you were able to create and also level up with and get stronger over time.
Okay, that's awesome.
Any other detail work on the hilt or the top of this axe, color, all your choice to define an RP right now or even to reveal later after you've thought about it?
right now, when she goes to pick it up, it almost hums in her claws and the light flickers back and forth, clearly reacting to her. But there's some hesitation that she has around it, and she looks up at everyone. Don't pay it any mind. It just... I'll need to have a small meditation session with it. A chance to speak with it. So don't look too hard at this. And she's going to kind of cover it up for that top axe part with the fur and hook it onto the back of her shell. Just don't judge it yet. I want to figure out what might be the best way to commune with it. Yes, that's the right word. And she gets lost in her thoughts, almost, circling around and wandering in and out of tables, kind of muttering in her head. He probably looks a little insane at this moment, but she's clearly just enraptured with this particular axe.
Whoa. Look at that thing.
That's gorgeous.
Don't pay it any mind. It's I know it's beautiful now, but that's not how it's going to be. It's in progress. Don't get attached. I don't want you to have any impressions on it. It's quite vulnerable right now.
It's amazing.
But it's in its beginning stages. A weapon like this, it's fragile. You know how you have to attune to it, but certain weapons like this, well, they speak of sorts. They've got languages. You write in it and you teach it. It's one that learns. It's not just a metal stick that you go and stab people with. No. This is one of those creations.
Oh, I can't. Whenever you're ready, I can't wait to see this thing.
Yes, well, please don't put that pressure on me. This is a gift, but also a big burden, a promise. Goodness.
Oh.
Well, pick your jaws up the floor. It's you've seen an axe before. Clearly this is not like any other axes, but she's trying to brush it under.
More time at the forge, right?
Yes.
That's how she wanted to spend her afternoon anyways. Now you have a project.
Yes.
I mean, I've never seen an axe like that or a quiver like that, but I've seen a lot of books. Sorry, Aelun.
No, why would they care?
I just heard T-Pain in auto-tune. I've never seen an axe like that before.
It's true.
I make that joke now, but when he starts critting on 19s, I'm gonna love it. I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm real excited. Well, that's it's pretty awesome.
Yes. Don't know much about this benefactor, but goodness, do they have some connections? I mean, some of these, I don't know about all of it, but not all of it can be bought with coin or gem.
Now, this is family heirloom shit right here.
Yes.
I take it back. Carlisle, are you sure you didn't misplace another letter? Is Jinrid's gonna get up? I'm not saying you lost it. Maybe it's just back in the kitchen. I don't know.
Maybe it's another cheese Danish.
You know what? I think I saw someone who did clothes over there by the Grateful Bread. Maybe we make our own way up to Upper City, grab one of those cheese Danishes, go get kitted out.
I can't do. Jinrid comes back. I can't do that again today. I'll lose the whole day. Spa first, please not. They're not going away anytime soon.
No, I mean, if we must.
Well, Gitzi, if you want to go to the forge, I'll accompany you there, and then I'll head to the upper city.
Yes, no, that would be very kind of you. And perhaps I could pick your ear a little bit on some runes. Do you know much about those?
I mean, I know a lot about a lot of different runes, and I mean, most of my spell casting requires arcane sigils of a sort, but I don't know if that's the same.
Well, that's where we can have a discussion, a chance to perhaps compare and learn. Ultimately, it turns out that I might need to be expanding my own vocabulary in that space, so any guidance probably would be very helpful. I don't really have much of an eye for those things, but you seem to be rather well trained in it.
At least I thought, but I can try. I'll see what I can do.
Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, I'm just a little tired, but I mean, I'm okay.
Come now. I know you've always been a bit humble, but this is a little less confidence than I was expecting. You know your runes, you know your magic better than anyone else does.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be fine. We'll discuss. We'll figure out what you're looking for, and I mean, I'll do my best. I'm not the most familiar with that of the divine workings of magic, but you know, it's still magic, and I mean, I know runes, so you know, maybe there's something we can do. Maybe I can, some of my knowledge and expertise and some of my craft can help you.
Yes, no, I would greatly appreciate that. Honestly, I thought you'd be a little more eager about it. What did you say you were going to do today?
Oh, I'm gonna go to the upper city and do some, maybe see a library, maybe visit a couple arcana shops, pick up some supplies, maybe a couple spells, maybe a few items. Just want to, you know, we have all this wealth, so might as well go look, right? See what's out there. I visited a shop, got this really nice staff. It's not really my thing, but like I spent a lot of his time, so I kind of felt obligated to get it. It's pretty cool though. I mean, it'll probably come in handy. But yeah, that's at least my plan. I'll try not to get lost on the way.
Come now. Would you like me to go with you? I could just do a quick stop by the forge.
No,
it
you
won't
should.
take much time. Plus, I don't mind a library. Perhaps I could read a few things there. I've picked up a few pages in my day, sort of thing. But I can certainly help in the shops. And she's gonna pat her shell. I'm basically a walking cart. So if you need some help in carrying things or being an extra bone to stand up and build your spine when you're talking to the shopkeepers, I can help you.
I think
It's a lot harder to get scammed when there are two of you.
Sure, I think most of the scamming happens not in the upper city, because the scamming in the upper city is the price. And everything's overly priced. Besides, you should spend some time at the forge and work on that axe and have a conversation with them and, you know, make some money that way or whatever it is.
Gitzi, get this man into a library. He's starting to sound like Waith.
Well, if it brings that spark of passion back. Wait, you know, the gentleman who helped us.
The creepy guy, right?
Well,
You know,
he
the
has
one
a
that sounds
certain
with the
aesthetic.
darkness.
Yes, darkness. Ooh. He's a
Look,
very
I'll be
sweetheart
fine.
on the inside. Probably
I'll be
very
fine.
squishy.
It'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Are you
Anyway,
sure you're all right?
I'm good. Do you guys want to? Do you want to go? Do you want to? I mean, I got to go all the way up there, and if they close at night, I better get a head start. So.
All right. I tell you what, I will go to the forge and I will do my things, and then I'll look for you in the shops afterwards. How does that sound?
Sure.
All right.
All right. Well, let's go then. If you're ready, unless there's anything else in that box. Is the box
All right.
magical? Is there like a hidden compartment?
I don't think so. You can go ahead and tap on it and she'll toss you the box. Go ahead. See if you can magic anything out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do I get crushed by the box? Because there's a great axe in it, so I don't know. She just
No, I put
tossed
the
a big
great
box.
axe on my back.
But still, it's a big box, I imagine. So do you crush me with the box? I don't know, like how fast do you throw this box at me?
I mean, it's a light toss, like an underhand toss.
You just like skid it across the floor. Oh, okay. I look inside. Does it look empty?
Yes, the box is
Okay.
empty.
Yeah, okay, it looks empty. I just close it.
But it is
All
a
right.
nice box. If it's well made, you can keep it up in your room and hold all your precious valuables. Perhaps it will be a nice book chest now, yes?
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I think I will.
Would you like me to carry it up to your room for you?
I'm gonna see how heavy it is. How heavy is the box?
It's not so much how heavy it is, it's just how awkward it is at the moment. It's a large trunk, 2 people carried it in. You could easily pick it up, but it's more or less like, oh god, awkward carrying this thing.
Yeah. Maybe I need some help carrying it upstairs.
Okay. Allow me to help out a little bit. It's with a 13, it is very awkward. I'll grab one side and you grab the other, and we'll make our way up. But you should probably lead first because you're slightly taller than me and you'll lift the box up more, which will make it easier going up the staircase.
Throw an athletics check, Asher.
Aelun, does this remind you of anything? Like when we carried Gitzi up the stairs last night?
13.
I mean, which time? We've done it a number of times.
13, matching perfectly. You guys are able to carry it up. There,
No, go to the left. No, my left. Not you. Your left
Which
from
left
my
are
end.
you
No,
talking about?
my
Are we going
stage
forward left or backwards left?
Stage left. Stage left forward.
Stage left, is that
Okay, you're right.
port side?
Oh,
I
God,
look
yes.
at Josiah. Strawberry mimosas
What?
or regular?
Focus, Gitzi. Focus.
Right.
This is heavy.
Of course.
Pina coladas, we're going highbrow.
Oh, I haven't had a
Ugh.
pina colada in a hot minute.
We had to go a 45-degree angle to get it around this corner. Come
Oh.
lift
If I
it
can
and tilt
accomplish
it.
the spell that I want with this thing, it's going to be so much easier to transport. It's like we finished getting it all the way up.
Good. Finally. Now we can get going. Do you know which way we're supposed to go?
Yes.
Good, because I don't. Lead the way then.
Okay.
Cool.
I head towards the forge with Gitzi.
Oh, Aelun, I don't know how you did it. You sat there quiet enough that Gitzi actually lets you leave without a babysitter.
I don't need a babysitter. I am older than her.
I mean, you guys have been attached at the hip. If she hasn't been going with you, I've been going with you, or Asher's been going with you, you're gonna be all right on your own. You're not gonna do.
No, I will be fine. I will probably just have a very boring day. I will maybe go do some running, and then maybe a little bit of punching drills, and then then I will probably just find somewhere to eat lunch.
Roll a deception check.
Who's to say I'm not going to do all those things?
And then some.
That's only towards lunch.
Always hold to lunch. We
He
got
didn't
till
say
sundown.
dinner. He didn't say what was happening at sundown.
It all sounds plausible. You rolled. It sounds. We're not even checking. I even look over towards Josiah, and I'm like, "Are you gonna go full paladin on him now? Come on."
No, I'm just congratulating him. I'm glad the man gets a day off to himself.
Good. Last
Now-
thing he needs is another lecture.
Now, fuck that. Direct me to the massage.
Rickshaw.
Should we get roadies?
You think I was leaving flat? You're out of your mind.
That's my man. Let's go. All right. Hey, Aelun, have a blast. Don't do
That's
anything that you wouldn't do when we weren't around.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. And you also don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and don't whistle in any alleys or anything like that.
Carlisle, half sparkling wine, half mead. 2 of them in our favorite wooden mugs. Thank you.
That's good. That's real good.
I'm feeling it.
Oh, don't forget, I've also got the drinking horn.
Mother of God.
Yes, sir. The boys are back in town.
Boys are back in town to do less than boy things. Pampering day. Get my nails trimmed. You don't want to see it. Yeah, you look at his feet. Oh, it's mangled. It's nasty. I've been wearing sandals since the beginning of this adventure. It's time to get a new pair of horseshoes.
Yeah, that's deluxe leather for sure.
As
As
we
you leave,
all
he's just gonna wave from the front door. He said, "Goodbye, see you later." And then as soon as you're out of eyesight, he's throwing up his hood and trying to stealth away.
roll that stealth check as we're waiting on a rickshaw. Since we're in Brampton, there's not a ton.
16.
16 as you stealth out. Perception checks at disadvantage because we're both not looking towards Aelun. We're getting a drink on.
Oh wait, I get advantage on stealth with that hood up.
You.
Oh, that's not much better.
And it's adorable as we sit. You can point it out to me as you see Aelun.
Jen, don't look. I mean, look, watch my finger and look what you see. As he points over to you and being very conspicuous, like singing your own theme song while trying to sneak along a sunny wall.
That's exactly what I was doing. I was inching along the wall sideways.
Hey, this is what a man does. They've been cooped up for so long. All right.
You think it'll be more normal after he gets us out of his system?
No.
Darkness.
That's a good answer.
Oh, this is the greatest day ever.
And little did you know, Wade's sitting in the shadow, completely invisible, watching you. No.
Every
you
time I'm in a
fucking
shadow,
kidding
Wade's
me?
just already there.
Hey, welcome. Oh, God.
Could you please get out of my way? I'm trying to be sneaky here.
Hey, man, I was here first.
Get your own shadow. Aelun wants to. I would like to sneak out there during the day to where the meetup place, and I would like to case the area,
Case the joint.
for the appointed time.
It's a hall.
Okay, well,
Like you
I got
get
nothing
out,
else to do.
you get out there just to reference the good old Sword Coast again. It's
Said he was
gonna
go for a jog.
yeah.
Oh
Like-
yeah, that's way out there.
You're
I just love that you're going by yourself.
Yeah,
That
of
just
course
makes
I am.
me happy. Didn't tell us anything about anything. I just love it. This is the most alien thing ever.
so if you go out to case this joint, you're gonna have to definitely procure a ride for sure. And there'll have to be some checks made that you can even get out to there and then back to the meetup point at dusk.
The meetup point was it not in? It was not in the city. It's in the
At the
Woodland
gate,
Shark Cave?
like at the gates to head out there.
Oh, at the gates. Well, I just wanted to case the place I was meeting them. So I guess the gates.
It was ambiguous. We kind of like said, meet us at dusk. We really didn't lay it down.
Okay.
Uh,
But wherever I'm supposed to meet them, I want to case that place in case they're springing a trap.
all right. Well, let's make it as simple as oral spell. Like that's where you met. You would meet back up at the shop and then
Okay.
take off in that direction. That makes more sense. So you'll be headed towards the upper city to be able to case the same spot explore. We'll do it that way.
I'm just gonna hang out outside his shop all day and take note of who comes and goes.
Alien people watching would be prime. Right. Asher, Gitzi.
Mm-hmm.
Taking off first. Heading back in towards the forge.
So what kind of runes? What did you need help with?
Yes. So runes are typically ones in dictating pieces of weapon spirits, abilities on that. That's what I'm looking for.
Weapon spirits?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a particular gift in which we recognize it, but so weapons have the ability to take spirits, to have life in which you feed within it, and you can build its strength from it. There are certain pieces, as you might say, that can do that. Don't get me wrong, they're not exactly very popular, and they are rare. That's probably why you haven't seen too many of them around, but it takes a very skilled and blessed forger, if you will, a blacksmith, to be able to create something like this. And then once you've done that, to continue to advance it beyond just what you feed into it and your connection as you've attuned, you also can teach it things. Don't think of it like a puppy when you treat it trick. Well, actually, that's actually a really good metaphor. Like,
are you talking about like
your weapon is a puppy and you're teaching it tricks?
Okay.
Yes.
Are you talking like weapon sentience? Are you talking the attunement of the wielder to the weapon?
A little bit
molding?
of both, actually. There's a bit of a bonding that must be happened where the soul of sorts is almost sewn in to it. And
Now, is this belief, or is this? Okay. I have a very different process. Would you be fine with me holding the axe?
Oh.
Or actually, you hold it, if you wouldn't mind.
Do we have to do it right out in the middle of the street?
No, we can wait there, or we can do it there if you want, if it's more comfortable.
Yes. Let's get to the forge. Perhaps something private by the fire.
Sure, sure.
A rather smart space.
In the meantime, there's all kinds of magical runes, magical sigils. So much to say is you could channel arcane focuses, connectivities to the magic itself, whether that be a spark of divinity or of an arcane nature, or even that of dark boons, gifts, pacts from various entities that bestow gifts. There's all kinds of things there. I specialize obviously in abjuration, and so I know plenty of sigils and runes and things, but there's also different kinds from druid, nature-based. There's more like spectral shadow. There's that of, the elements, air, earth, fire, water. There's all kinds of various elements, runes and sigils that you can craft and create and mold and utilize in any kind of
So
there's a lot. Yes.
There's a lot.
Yes.
Wonderful.
But is their heart?
Yes.
Actually, there should be. Yes. Actually, as a side note, yes, heart would probably be an aspect of it. And the bonding maybe in attuning the rune to the actual item.
Radio, Mud, CausticAdam. I am once again asking for your support and your help to remind me the name of the forge and the owner, which is not in my notes or the party notes, which I last time had to scrub video for 2.5 hours to find. And I once again
put it in the party notes.
It is not in the party notes, and I'm dying inside.
I could have swore we put it.
I pulled it up the second time after watching this crap. It's somewhere hidden in here.
What
but it's not
what
in
if
party
there's a
notes.
new
It's right
forge
underneath.
up in this new area because that would be a
it's-
heck of a travel
it's right
all
here.
the way down.
It's right under the places column, the general places column.
Oh, it's not under NPCs. It's under places. This is right. This is right. Muriel's. Oh,
Muriel's, right.
like I said,
Wasn't it Marielli or something, or
Yeah, I don't
Muriel?
know.
whatever. It's Muriel's
It's
now.
Mary's now. It's Mary's.
I can't beat the Southern Anatomy. It's Muriel's now.
This is just like the situation from Game of Saving Throws with what's her face all over again. We kept pronouncing the name differently every time we met up with her.
Yes. Mag.
But anyway,
Magdrin,
Magdrin,
Magdrin.
magma.
Magma.
Every time it was something different.
Yeah, basically the whole way is like I'm just like showing her sigils and arcane runes and talking about all the complexities and different variations that one can have based on the channeling of. Anyway,
Asher's-
My understanding in the building of runes, is it enough? For my understanding, you must not only write it or carve it in creation, but you have to be in the right mind and spirit to be able to produce one that is effective. For
Yes.
example, one must have at least a fundamental take within magic, correct?
yes, for certain kinds of arcane
Right.
based things, I think for, and this is really subjective based on previous literature I've read and the histories and branch divinity or divine
I
casters.
won't ask for citations. Don't
such as
worry.
sure, but such as yourself, it's not necessarily the components. As a arcane caster has certain things they need to help empower the spell, a focus or certain materials or certain phrasing that is very much, aware and possible and doable and divine, and there's many of spells that do that, but I think the core function of divine spellcasters is the faith and belief and the gifts bestowed upon whoever the said divine entity is to the individual, and how strong that connection is, and the motive and drive you have when trying to input some sort of rune onto a piece. But
I won't lie. I know that tends to be true. The own commitment and promises I've made knocks on her silver shell. But to be honest, I'd much rather find ones that are like find Eye of Newt and Bat of Wing. No, Wing of Bat. I don't know. Something like that. Clearly, those are not the kind of ones that I've been casting.
Wait. You mentioned something. This is the first time I've heard. You said a promise you made,
Yes.
and then you tapped your shell.
Yes, this is the promise and the symbol of it.
I just thought your shell was always silver.
Do you think I was born with a silver shell?
I mean, I was born, at least what I thought of, to elven. Anyway, it's not a big deal. I just learned something new today. Okay, well,
Wait,
that's
what? You thought
interesting.
you were born of elven, and then that led you to think that I was born with a silver shell? Do we need to talk about biology for a second?
I just meant that, like, there's interesting things that happen at birth, and some call it miracles.
Or do you think my mother had a thing with a silver coin?
Well, to be fair, you're the first turtle I've ever met, so I thought at first that maybe all turtles had silver shells, but if I'm being honest, I was pretty much a loner up until I got to Baldur's Gate, if you remember. And then, now obviously it's not the case. I just never really asked.
You are always welcome to ask. I may not always be inclined to answer, depending on how hungry or tired I am that day, but you are always welcome to ask. And no, I didn't always have a silver shell. In fact, most turtles don't really have a lot of metallic takes to themselves. We build it and we craft it specifically in my line. It's a lineage of my family, but it's not something that we wear in such a way like this. It's burdensome and makes it a little heavier than what it needs to be.
Time out. You weren't born with a shell. You built a shell.
The silver shell. the silver shell isn't original. I did always have a shell. This part, and she'll point to the chest piece on it, like, this is original.
So this
I
is
grew
this
up
like a
with it.
this
It's
is like a
gotten
molding
little bigger since.
or like a
I
cap
was
or
little.
something on your shell?
What?
This is like a molding or a cap on your shell?
Well,
Wait,
this isn't
Gitzi,
a
why haven't you
gift.
said this? We could enchant your shell. We could add you. There's things that we could add to it to
You don't
protect you.
touch the shell.
As you both arrive in front of Muriel's.
Oh, we're here already.
She'll shove the door open. What? I know you mean very well, but
I'm with her.
have very sharp
like, walk
eyes
back.
towards you.
I was just saying.
Not.
There's okay, all right.
This
We'll focus on the axe.
Let me put it this way. This shell is on loan to me, and it is not mine. So we do not touch it. And she'll walk into the forge, just waving at Mariel's. Yeah,
Hi.
we're here. I'll be over in the back doing
Hi,
my thing that I do.
Good to see you again. I'm with her.
Mhm.
She needed help.
Yes, we'll just be back here. If you need anything or want me to pick up any extra things, chop out some bracers or shields, just put them on the line over there and I'll crank those out.
And you can see it's the regulars there. It's the 3 dwarves that are there early drinking coffee every day, haggling over the same items that they always seem to haggle over. As Mariel rolls her eyes and looks over to you and gives you a nod. We go over this every time. What I'm trying to say is it's been sitting here for so long, you see? As you guys push back towards into the forge area.
Oh, move out of the way, Greg. It's not made for you. If it was, you would have bought it already. You can keep looking at it, but you're never going to wear it.
That's simply not true.
Oh, well, then buy it.
If we could agree on a price, then
And if only he knew it was enchanted by the moon elves.
it's the moon elves. I can't afford. You never told me. As you pass back the card.
Just throw something out of there at random, like whatever.
Hey, they believe you, man. You're heroes, dude.
Yeah.
What she doesn't realize is that the price changes depending on who it is.
Ah. Okay.
Hmm.
So, before we do
Yes.
anything,
Mm-hmm.
I do have things I want to get done today.
Okay.
But I'm willing to look at this because mostly it intrigues my curiosity.
Good. Now,
If you could hold the axe out in both hands in front of me,
yes.
I would appreciate it.
Before I do this, I have a small request as well. As I mentioned, it is quite vulnerable right now until I have the communing space with it and whatnot. So, you have to be very cautious of the energy you put in. And I want to make sure that I'm first excited to see what you're going to do, but also, are you in the right mindset to do this?
I'm gonna diagnose the magical properties of the axe, and then better identify its lineage,
Yes.
historical properties,
Interactions that you have with it.
abilities.
If you've got
So-
something within you that you're dealing with and the negative energy from that tends to transfer over.
You motherfucker.
I'm just saying, there's a sensitivity to it all. And she'll go ahead and begin to pull that axe out. Now, I'm just giving you fair warning. It's the beauty of it all, but it also makes it rather volatile.
In the back of the rickshaw, currently headed towards Upper City, I look at Josiah and I go, who do you think's wearing out each other first? Gitzi or Asher?
With the mood Asher's been in, who the fuck knows?
They're going to the forge first, though. I bet he's getting an earful. I bet, if I had to guess, he's probably suggesting how to do this and that, and how to put some arcane into it. I bet she wants nothing to do with it.
I'm a paladin and I think your stuff is bullshit.
Look,
I'm going to
Gitzi,
have
I
him
think
voice
we could
Gitzi from here on out.
we could probably put something arcane in this of some nature. You know, we could amplify this. No, look, Gitzi, I'm tired, but I'm fine. I don't think a weapon has. I'm just doing a couple simple spells to get a better understanding that maybe can help you when you're trying to channel some runes and sigils and things like that.
Well, I appreciate the extra expense you offer me. And a little bit of, lack of sleep won't do any harm for it.
And she'll unveil the axe, and it glows bright and blue. It almost even has some teals, and that hue of it that it puts off comes in waves, and the light around it echoes around the room, giving it a very oceanic feel to it. You actually might feel a little seasick knowing how you have reacted to the ocean before.
I can smell the sea salt already.
Yes, well, it's been so close to me. It's already been starting to soak in part of my essence. It draws upon the memories and experiences I've had, which is why I have to go very deep within the commune, because I want to be very thoughtful as to what I share with it. Here.
And she'll shove it towards you.
Okay, I didn't need to hold it, but
Well, I thought
okay.
you had to lay hands
well,
on
not
it
for
or
the
whatever.
not for the first part, but
You did.
it's it's not as heavy as I thought it would be, as I'm like definitely not like easily holding it like you were, but I'm able to.
Yes, clearly you've been working out some.
She says with a straight face.
Yep. Here, you just take that back. You just hold it.
Okay.
She'll
and
hold it out in front of you.
I will begin to mutter some words and just kind of wave my hand over it. My eyes will flash, and the first thing I do is just cast Detect Magic, and just try to get a little bit more familiar with this piece in front of it, and try to divulge and kind of start talking through. Since you've already done it, I'll just start talking through like magical essence and properties and things like that. I don't know if there's anything special you want me to roll, but
Arcane check.
Yeah, sure. It's a nat one.
You don't know much about forging. And you struggle, boss, on this because this is runic magic and it's not abjuration currently.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're a little tired.
Definitely
you're
not
just
in the right headspace.
You're just kind of at a loss for words for once. As you struggled to even decipher the symbol of Mierzo, which isn't a popular deity that's well known. Only what Gitzi has told the rest of the party really does anyone know. It's still a very, very shrouded thing that she's talked about. And you're not able, let alone to know the symbol that she's had on her mind, as you just kind of stare back at that symbol of Mierzo, and it's like reading a foreign language to you. You feel like Aelun for a moment trying to read a book.
I don't.
Wait, what is it that you see with your special eyes?
I don't. This isn't. This shouldn't. I should be able to.
Dear, I'll be honest, it's a lot easier for me to understand if you complete a sentence.
Yeah, no, you can't help with this, Gitzi. This is. You wouldn't understand. I don't. I should be able to do this. This is simple. This is like. I've learned this. What is it?
Sure, I do know this rune. Would that help and give a good start?
No, I can't do this. I'm sorry. You figure it out. And I can't. And he just leaves.
She'll look at this. Well,
Great, look what you've done.
and set the axe next to the forge fire.
Well, I suppose we should get on with it before the rest of that crew out there decides to barge back in.
And you can see Gitzi starting to heat up the coals, and the warmth of the forge begins to light up and really heat up the room, giving a nice orange glow in contrast, fighting against the blue teals of the great axe itself.
I want you to first roll a history check to focus on that rune that you've seen in your mind.
A 13. Hold on. I bet I have something that can help. I have an inspo. I'm going to use one of my d10s. (13 plus 6) 19.
19. This skill challenge with a 19, as you remember specifically this rune, because it has a very similar property to the look of Aelun's book that he received. But it's a sun, instead of upside down, you can see the sun rising on this. And you've always wondered what this item was in the middle, but you can see it's a runic depiction of an axe that's coming up through the sun. And now it makes so much more sense. Before it almost looked like an odd asterisk to you. Very, very Witch Queen symbol looking like. I've added forging to your character sheet. If you look down on the bottom on skills, if it is not there, you just have to refresh. Forging is expertise plus your paladin-based charisma. So it's an 8 plus a 1, and it will scale up because I have it set to those particular stats as you go. So you shouldn't have to touch it again.
Oh.
And it'll be at the very bottom, starting with acrobatics, down all the way at the bottom will be forging.
Okay, let me hit a refresh. Sweet.
This will be a 10, 12,
Ooh.
14 skill-based challenge to forge this rune.
Okay.
You have 1 advantage roll per the 3 checks. You can use it when you would like from your 19 of remembering exactly what this thing's supposed to look like.
I'm not going to use it on the first one. Gosh, I hope I don't roll on that one. I'm just 30-20.
Getting in your element for the first time, getting some forge time in. Not in combat, not in a rush of anything, just you and your tools. Preparation pristine. Things are laid out. You have everything in order. Everything that you would hope for by having this access to forge time. You feeling like you again, Gitzi. You pass that first check as you make the medallion fit perfectly in between with raw materials, matching metal to metal, perfect weight. DC 12, second skill check.
I'm going to leave it as is. 25.
Killing it. Tempering it. And finally beginning to making your mark inside the rune, following your own mind's eye. Getting halfway done as you can see that rune almost begin to glow that seeish blue that's matched into the axe as you have just a bit left. Last check, DC 14.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah.
15, 16. With ease. Just like you thought it would be. You create your first rune. As it begins to spin inside the axe. flipping up and then shining. You can feel the radiant energy attached to it. As a baseline, this rune of radiance, as it is declared at the beginning of the day, your rune of choice, in its current level, does an extra 4d10 radiance to a target of your choice. It can be used once per day. They will have to make a saving throw against your spell save DC. Smites also can be applied
On top of
to that shot. Now, this is a pre-declare though. Unlike a smite, it cannot be added afterwards. But
Okay.
if you declare and you crit, you will crit both off of Smites and Mierzo's Rune of Radiance.
If I would be so lucky.
And that number levels up with you. It's a bomb of a shot.
That is dangerous. That is
She's
dangerous.
so dangerous.
Gitzi holds this great axe in her hand, flipping it over from her right to her left, getting a feel for the weight, flipping those runes around, and carving into it with her own claws.
Yes. This is no accident you found your way to me. I suppose this is something we have to fulfill together. You didn't finish yours, and I haven't finished mine.
And she'll set it close to the fire, and it warms both of them. Her thick, scaly skin just absorbs that heat. The flickers of the flame just dance on her skin, and it doesn't bother her at all.
I suppose we should do this together then. As it seems, we're supposed to.
And she closes her eyes, and the embers of that fire grow hotter, and those sparks fly out. Now, not so much absently hitting her skin, but purposely drawn to her, as if they're flying towards her, little fireflies coming straight out, literally on fire, adhering to her skin, giving her a very bright orange glow. And then it pulls away from her, creating a silhouette, face to face with her as she opens her own eyes, seeing this glow, this fiery version of herself.
A part of me, and now with you.
And she swooshes her claw around, and those flames dance straight into the hilt, lighting the whole thing up.
And now, we hold each other accountable. Your name shall be Promise Keeper. And if I break it, my promise, so shall you, and so shall I. Again.
And she'll take that great axe and place it on her back again. And the flames around it almost die down to where it just looks like a sharp pull on her back, hiding the axe entirely. Very obscured, hidden. It matches her frame as if it's an old lady with her walking stick now.
Yes. When it's time, you know I'll call on you.
And the fires die down, and it turns into that deep orange and red again.
Right. Where are those bracers?
And she'll get back to work.
Give yourself a 1d10 inspiration to be used. Your choice. for that RP. You will not die with this evening. You can use it as an everlast.
Oh.
Well done. Back across the city. Currently well laid out with 2 pina coladas.
Got one for each hand.
One for each hand. Hey, when do you say that we set sail again?
Are you kidding me? I've been dying to go check out Second Wind just to see how she's doing.
Couple bubbles.
Really?
Sorry.
She's Danish?
A little bit. I think it's all this dairy. I don't know.
Are you lactose intolerant?
I wasn't before we left, but no.
I mean, you are getting older. That shit does change.
Whoa. I'm not as old as you are.
You think I'm that old?
Don't look that old.
Oh, I've done some shit in my life.
You're Prince of Pirates.
Fuck, I hate that. Prince. The only reason I'm enjoying this money now is because we fucking earned it. I didn't get it handed down to me.
True. Cheers to that. Earn it.
Is really good. Earn it. Earn it. Fucking earn it.
Earn that shit.
As on his emphasis on earn it. Whoop, whoop. Couple of bubbles.
Guy next to they were sitting in this large public bath area. Oh, well, if you're gonna, they let a couple more bubbles up. Gotta clear myself out before Crimson Days, you know what I mean? The larger gentleman definitely has the classic bald up top and then ring of hair still held around here, almost like a crown of Caesar. Big pot belly sticking up like an island. Kind of laid back.
I get that crazy for Crimson Days, huh?
You never gone?
No. Tell me, what am I looking forward to for my first Crimson Days?
Oh my debauchery. First of all.
Wait, hold on. Are we talking like seaport debauchery, or are we talking like something a little more reserved?
Make your pirate ports blush, I can tell you that.
Do tell.
Oh. Well, first the feast began. Oh. And are they something to behold? It's an entire day of indulgence. Crimson Moon only happens once a year. They decorate. They do the festival, the bulb. And wait until you have the rhubarb and vodka. Not to mention, there's limited edition voodoo brews that are only made just for the festival.
Okay. Voodoo brews. And what was the first one again?
Rhubarb and vodka.
Rhubarb and vodka. Okay, got it. Thank you. I appreciate this. This is great information. Any particular food I should be looking for while I'm indulging and feeding my face?
One thing in particular.
This is what we want, Jinrid. Listen, come on.
Only do it for Crimson Days. But I promise you, it's worth it. Have you ever had Schweinhaxen before?
Eating a lot of thing on a ship. I cannot say that.
Roll a history check. Jinrid looks at me. He's like, no. particular, there was one port a while back, and you remember, oh, that's the shank, the pork shank that is carved on one side and caramelized with the hard cracklings in the fat on one. Oh, it is an immaculate, essentially meat on the bone for two or one very, very hungry person.
I think I remember being drunk in a tavern. I can't remember the port, but crispy, delicious, and probably more than one person should eat in a sitting.
Don't worry, you have all day. What are you waiting for?
I don't know. I want to experience it all. My first Crimson Days. I got to see it. I got to, soup to nuts.
Soup. You'll certainly get that. Think almost like the Grain Mother's ceremonies meets a fall Oktoberfest. The time of grand indulgence that leads to fertility. And the blessings that all the Crimson Bulb can deliver.
I'll cheers to that. All the Crimson Bulb can deliver. Hey, Jen?
Yeah.
I didn't get your name, friend.
Just call me Ed.
Ed? Fuck, I'll drink with you, Ed. Cheers. Your health, the Crimson Bulb.
Matter of fact, come by my table. Number 47.
47, table 47, Jen.
Table 47. Party place, party table, party table. All I gotta say is be prepared.
I was born prepared.
I don't think you drank with my pawn shop boys.
Oh, I smell a drinking game coming on. The Salt of the Sea versus the Pawn Shop Boys.
Yeah, you better be prepared. You better bring single coins. We're betting on shit all day.
This is getting better all the time.
I look over at Josiah. It's a new beginning.
New beginnings.
And I whisper over, I'm being rich, bitch.
Cheers to that.
Somewhere across inside Upper City, Josiah, finally in your element. As a kind of camera zooms in past a library that says idle hours over the top of it. A classic kind of nook that looks more independent bookshop than it does lavish library. But you picked out just the right home to spend your time on. No longer trying to decipher things that you don't understand at the moment, shaking the rust off the day, being revitalized in your element. The kind of me time that you needed outside of red eyes and your past and your friends. What's always brought you comfort? Your studies. Within this first book of abjuration, you may mark off 2 of your level D items. As you learn a spell that you don't currently have. First spell, a spell of repulsion.
No, he knows that one.
It's very arcane.
You can conjure a magical ward that prevents creatures from approaching you. Once cast, any creature within 20 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. I'm linking this over into your Discord. Creatures who fail the save may not move towards you for the duration of the spell. The creature is only limited in its movement towards you and is free to take other actions or do so. Creatures who make the wisdom save are unaffected.
Uh-huh.
You also find a spell of defense. Non-concentration. You were able to add a +2 to anyone's AC. You were able to do this as a reaction, and it lasts for 1 minute.
Dope.
And these are both out of a spell book that is a non-core, so we'll have to add these in.
Mm-hmm.
I just wrote that one out for you. It's a little bit different in this book. It allows like variations. I don't want you to get mixed up with the different types of variations. But it is non-concentration and a +2 to AC. From your studies and idle hours, you travel back over to a man who's been lurking now for quite some time. Aelun.
I just would like to say, I think as I get to like the district and I'm heading towards the library, I pass that shop and I just like, hey Aelun, as he's like sulking in the corner all day, and I just say, hey Aelun, and just keep walking as I go to the library. I just like envision that in my head as like the funniest thing. It doesn't actually happen, but I just think it would be funny to just be like, hey Aelun, as I walk by, and he's like, what? Like, ow.
Well, maybe we're going to see your
there's no
role.
Aelun, only Zool.
So, please, Aelun, give us the stealth check after arriving out in front of Orios.
Oh yeah, here tonight.
26.
Roll your general perception, Asher.
Oh, 11.
The way you stormed off, 100%.
Yeah. I just imagine that in my head, like, oh, that'd be so funny. It's just like hiding there all day, and then just randomly Asher walks by, hey, Aelun. Just like keeps going, like, what? Anyway, continue as you were. I apologize.
Watching like a hawk. You've seen people go in and out in a normal day's business. Through the lunchtime. Nothing that stands out. You can see Mikolos opening up the door for patrons, letting folks in and out. Hours transpire into the afternoon. And then one by one, you begin to see characters that don't look like they're shopping for magic items anytime soon. You see folks that look more suited for the fighting rings that you were raised in and cut your teeth. Jagged hide armor, a bit of feralness, long hairs and full beards, large individuals that nobody would like to mess with if they were sitting together in a tavern. Slowly begin to fill the shop. 5 other individuals you count past Mikolos. As you see the sun beginning to crest, What do you do?
I will reveal myself, but slowly walk into the shop. Unless somebody's blocking the door, I'll walk into the shop, and just kind of not really stealthing, but slowly walking in, apprehensive at first, and looking around. And I'm gonna try to walk up to the front of the store, but as I pass all of the other individuals I'm just assuming are, here for the same thing, I'm gonna just pull up my sleeve and just show off the tattoo to all of them. Just be like, so
They're actually not inside.
oh, they're not inside. Well, when I walk up to them, so
No, none of the other 5 are there that you saw walk in. Only Mikolos.
oh, they're not in.
Mikolos looks back at you as you enter in the shop. Promptly on time, Mr. Aelun.
Yes, where did I thought that I saw others. I'm not the first one, right? I don't want to be the first. You're not supposed to be the first to the party, you know?
No, you will certainly not. But you are on the time that we arranged. So please, we shouldn't keep them all waiting now, shall we?
Yes, we don't want to keep them waiting for whatever they're waiting for. Yes, let's go.
All right. Perception check since you have raised the tat up.
Yeah, that if I'm like raising my sleeve and then I stop like halfway, since I'm standing in the doorway and no one's in there, like,
All right. Making this roll. Doesn't notice your new tat that you said didn't exist. Follow me.
That's is this I don't know what the kind of meeting this is going to be, but will there be snacks or something to drink or?
Oh, there will be all the snacks that we can handle soon.
Yeah, perfect. I didn't eat lunch. I had other things I was doing. I was busy.
Like I said, follow me.
Yes, oh, okay. Yes.
This time, he leads back into the shop. But not to the same area. This time to an unsuspecting corner. Just a rack of furs. Looks inconspicuous. After me, as he pushes that rack away, and you can feel the cold breeze pour out of it. Not like a winter's breeze, but like the chill of an evening breeze as the sun sets. As he begins to push through these furs, as his body disappears, walking in.
I was just gonna look around. Did you, was this like a secret door? Where do you get the secret door, guy? As he starts to push his way into the furs, like pulling them apart. Wonder how much a secret door costs.
And as you push through, you can feel those furs begin to change and feel like branches of leaves. Darkness. And you can feel the leaves crunch underneath your feet. And then slowly, piece by piece, you begin to see glowing eyes. And the eyes cut a swath into what looked like well over 100 werewolves. Welcome home. As you see Mikolo shift into a large timber wolf, dropping down onto all fours. Roll a perception check. $29. Scanning across the largest gathering of werewolves you have ever seen. Them staring back across at you like a line, waiting. Do you change or do you not?
Yeah, Aelun will. I guess we came this far, so I guess it was okay. And he's just going to start shifting into Rook.
One werewolf in particular begins to walk forward out of the pack. I told you. If I saw you next full moon, that your ass would be mine. You're lucky it's not yet. As you stare back at the same werewolf you encountered back in South Brampton, that you stopped from attacking Asher and the rest of the party. Tomorrow, Crimson Days. Let's just say, I see you. You're fair game. Your blood will be just as good as theirs. When we make the river Cheyenne Thar flow red, I'll have no problem with that being part of yours.
I scared you and your friends off once. I'll do it again and again till you have no friends.
Let us have our fun at Crimson Days. And then I'll go looking. But we raise Valar first. And then you have your fight.
I said I wanted to fight the strongest one.
You wanted the best. You'll get the fucking best. And that is where we will pick up next week, heading into Crimson Days.
You're the best around. What an intimidating scene that is. Cool as cucumber.
Pretty
No
cool.
good can come from this.
Aelun, not letting us know the impending doom at Crimson Days. Oh, time to get our festival on.
Hey, I'm looking forward to table 47.
We must preserve Ed and the pawn shop boys at all costs.
Yes.
Oh, good stuff. Thank you all for hanging with us once again. We're going to go into the after show. If you want a piece of that, remember to check out our Patreon. Hopefully next week, we will have it set up inside the Discord, where if you are a member that can see our XP lore after shows, you will be able to watch live right after the episode while we record it. My job to get that done. Love you all. Thank you so much. Thanks for all your support. I'll work on Streamloots. I love you all.
Power of your ears will be with you.
Not sure if you want that.